What is going on, everyone? Welcome to our Sham 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. As you know, I'm your host, creator, and proprietor, Marcus. We are in for a fun time tonight as we are going to be doing our final theories and predictions for the new I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot. We're going to be talking about everything that we think is going to happen in totality, our final predictions, our final theories, what is going to happen in this movie. I will say, if you are one who has been fortunate enough to catch an early showing of this reboot movie, please no spoilers. It is greatly appreciated that you do not spoil this movie for myself and anyone else who has yet to see the movie. So guys, again, this is going to be a fun time. I'm excited to be here with you all. As always, shoot the like button if you haven't done so already. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Smash it, kick it, punch it, elbow drop, Ric Flair. Woo, that son bitch. It helps the channel out a lot, guys. And we do have a super chat going in the house. I am only planning on doing this stream for like an hour, so I'll docket it as basically like 10:50 to 12 o'clock. But if we hit the goal of 10 super chats tonight, it could be anything. It could be $1, $2, whatever you guys, whatever is comfortable for you guys. If we hit the 10 super chat goal, if we get to 10 super chats, I will extend the stream by an hour and a half. Meaning a 1 hour live stream will turn into a 2.5 hour live stream, meaning that we will end this live stream basically around 1:30 in the morning. So guys, if you guys want to hit the goal, let's go for it. If not, hey, it's understandable. One way or another, we are going to have a great time talking about our final theories and predictions for I Know What You Did Last Summer. I do have a guest coming on here soon. He had to go take care of some things. You guys already know it's Destin from Destination Station. He did have to go take care of something real quick. So when he does get back, he is going to hop on a chat with me and stuff. So up until then, let's get to the comment section. I want to see who's all here. Say hello to everybody, and then let's get these theories started. And these predictions as well. Major Foster in the chat. This came in at 10:24 saying Ash Williams from Evil Dead. Oh, I'm assuming you're talking about in regards to like Final Guys or Final Girls. We were talking about Final Girls on the Horror Hooligans podcast. Yeah, Ash Williams is definitely a great Final Guy, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the original Evil Dead stuff and like Army of Darkness. Bruce Campbell as Ash is definitely a great Final Guy for sure. Yo, what's going on, DJ? Go, DJ. That's a DJ. One of my loyal supporters, subscribers, and channel members here. Glad to always see you, man. Yo, what's up, King Matthew? I know you got to see an early showing, King Matthew, but I can already trust you not to spoil anything, so I don't even feel like I have to say anything to you. Thank you for being here, man. It's greatly appreciated. And Matthew, since you did get to see an early showing of the movie, just let us know what you feel about the movie. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you in the middle? Of course, as long as nothing is spoiled, we're good on that. Paula, what's going on, Paula? Glad to see you here as always. Paula's saying, hi, quick thing. Would you consider Kirby for the Final Girl list? Yes, I would consider Kirby for that list. Oh, good Lord. This bad boy skipped up on me. All right, so let me get back up here for a second. Matthew saying my theory for I Know What You Did Last Summer is Ray will be the killer because we have not seen Jennifer Love Hewitt. So I thought you saw an early showing for this, Matthew. I guess I was wrong. My apologies. Because we have not seen Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. interact in interviews, maybe that's a hint. Yeah, I mean, I have heard something about that. Destin actually, I did notice that as well. Destin also ran it by me. I guess that they're saying there might have been some drama between the two. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's been put out in the ether or not, but it would be quite interesting if there has been some drama. I would hope not. But yeah, I'm in agreement with you, Matthew, for sure. I definitely do think Ray is going to be one of the killers, and I'll get into my reasoning and what his motive could be for why he is the killer. We have 20 people here watching. Guys, if you haven't done so already, please shoot the like button. It definitely helps out with the YouTube algorithm. You know, it helps get this stream noticed. It helps, you know, help the community grow for sure. And again, we do have a super chat going to house. If we hit 10 super chats, I will extend this 1 hour stream to 2.5 hours. You know, so basically we will end this stream at around 1:30 a.m. Eastern time if we hit the super chat goal. But if not, it's all good. We're still going to have a great time here. In the time now, I will be going live talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025, final theories and predictions. Yo, what's going on, Oracle 684? Oracle saying, all right, I'm in. I can't wait for this live stream to start. Yes, absolutely. Well, we are started. I know I'm a little bit behind in the chat. I just want to catch up with everybody that was here before the stream started. Major Foster saying Kirby is the best Scream character, but Jill's the best Ghostface. Hey, I mean, I don't blame you if that's how you feel. Thank you for that, DJ. Welcome in, everyone. Greatly appreciate it. King Matthew saying, I feel like this film needs to clear up the plot holes from the first film, like Ray's comment on his dad being a fisherman in the first one, and it makes sense if Ray's a killer to use that as a motive. I mean, yeah, I mean, possibly. I would like a little bit of backstory too. What I would like some backstory on is what the fuck was that letter that Ray got in the first one that he said he got from the fisherman. We never got to see what was on that letter. So definitely some things that could be patched up for sure. What's going on, Oliver? Another one of my loyal subscribers and channel members saying sits down and eats my popcorn. Awesome. Awesome. Oliver saying we want more popcorn. We want more popcorn, more butter. I know that's right. We want theories. That's right. Absolutely. Yeah, guys, let me know what is your final predictions and theories for I Know What You Did Last Summer. Again, I know there are some people out there who have seen this movie early. Please, whatever you do, please do not spoil it for the rest of us. We are trying to go into this blind. I wouldn't do it to you if you were a content creator having a live stream like this. So please do not do it to me and do not do it to the community as a whole. We want to go into this blind and we want to be shocked by what we see, especially at the ending. If, in fact, the ending does shock us. Yep, thank you, Oracle. Oracle saying, yeah, no spoilers, guys. I've been waiting for a sequel to the first two films for a very long time. Yeah, I mean, I get it if you don't count the third one. We just watched it the other day on the marathon, and it's not good, to put it nicely. Hey, what's going on, Alex? Hope you're having a great night. Glad to see you here. King Matthew III saying, my other theory for the new I Know What You Did Last Summer movie is maybe in the accident, maybe Ray and Julie's son or daughter is in the accident, which kills them, leading to Ray being the killer. Hey, Matthew, I'm going to share my idea about that because I'm kind of right there with you. I am definitely on that level with you for sure. And I want to know what you guys think about my theory in regards to why I believe set in stone that Ray is going to be our killer in this movie. But before I get to that, I'm going to get to the rest of you guys' comments here first. Yo, what's up, Breezy? Glad to see you here. Saying, hey, man, I'm hearing this movie is good. Mostly positive reviews from videos to media posts. Hey, that's what I've been seeing as well, too. And it makes me feel so good. It makes me feel so confident going into this movie because I'm really hoping that I like it as well. I'm hearing some good things. There are a couple people who have said it's not for them. And there has been some that says, like I know there's a couple other YouTube content creators there. I see their thumbnails that says the movie was great up until, and I'm assuming it was up until the end because we have been warned that this ending will be a little bit divisive. And I think I have an idea as to why it can be considered divisive, you know, and stuff like that. But for the most part, the reviews have been really good. Yo, what's going on, Val? Hashtag General in the chat saying, hey, you guys. That's right. That's right, Val. Get the band tuned up. Yo, what's going on, Wayne? Glad to see you here, brother. Glad you can make it. Wayne saying, hi all. It is 12:51 p.m. Thursday here in Sydney, Australia. You know I love it when you give me a timestamp, Wayne. Still sick? Oh, man. I hate to hear that, man. I hope you get better. Saying can't stay. I know what spoilers happened last summer. I know everything. Well, Wayne, I know you most likely will not go that route in regards to giving us the spoiler, so I trust you. But man, if you have seen the movie, let me know what you think about it. Like, did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you in the middle with it? Is it over top for you? Like, did you like it more than Scream 5's requel? Let me know, man. We have an awesome crowd here tonight, guys. If you haven't done so already, shoot the like button. It definitely helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Ha ha, what's going on, Wayne, man? Saying, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Yeah, right? Awesome. Hi, what's going on? I'm going to slash and gash. Glad to see you here. I'm pretty sure I saw you over at Destin's channel as well. Glad that you are also here subscribed and welcome to the community. Glad to have you here. Hope you're having a great night. Oliver saying, I'm hearing don't waste your money. Hey, there's always going to be some of those people who say that. Sometimes these particular type of slasher movies aren't for everybody in the community. You know, it happens. You know, I'm not going to let that deter me from going to get 2 tickets because, yes, I'm getting 2 tickets. I'm going to see it tomorrow and I'm going to see it Friday. Even if I go to see it tomorrow and I don't preferably like it on first watch, I want to go again because I'm going out with my niece and my nephew and my cousin and my mother to go see it on Friday. But I also want to give it a second watch back to back because maybe my feelings might change. Even if I like it tomorrow, my feelings might change on the second watch. So that's why I'm going to do it back to back. Breezy saying, I was going to see it either way, but damn, I'm hearing there could be a Fisher woman and a lot of surprises, especially in the post-credit scene, apparently. Yeah, I mean, I do think it's already been pretty well documented based on myself breaking it down and other content creators breaking it down that there will be a Fisher woman killer in this movie. You know, so I'm excited to see who it is. I personally believe, if you guys checked my video about it that I released last night, I think it's going to be our alleged final girl, Ava Brooks. But hey, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. There's just things about this character that just don't sit right with me in regards to her being our new final girl and our new Julie James for reasons that I explained in that video. So if you guys haven't checked out that Ava Brooks Fisher Woman Theory video, after the stream or sometime tomorrow, go check it out and let me know what you guys think based on what I said in that video. Let me know if you guys agree. Let me know if you guys don't agree, so on and so forth. King Matthew saying, I was one of the lucky people to be able to go to the premiere of the movie, but I didn't watch it. I just met Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sarah Michelle Gellar on the red carpet. It was cool. Bro, that's so awesome. That is awesome, man. Like, that's a hell of an experience right there. That is something that I am trying to do for Scream 7. So, Matthew, man, that's what's up, man. I'm happy for you, bro. That's what's up. That's a hell of an experience right there. Yo, what's going on, Mikkel? Mikkel Sokol saying, from realistic point of, I think person like Ray being the killer would be very much possible since other than Julie, Ray knows how to copy things from past massacres. Hey, that's a really good point, Michael, for sure. That is a really good point that you just pointed out there. Yeah, Ray would know certain little nuances from the previous massacres and so on and so forth. Well, I will say this. He wouldn't know much in regards to what was done in the Bahamas because he didn't get there until the end. But in regards to the original, yeah, for sure. For sure. And guys, we have 25 people here watching the stream. If you haven't done so already, please atone for your sins this late night and shoot the like button and share this stream to all social media platforms. It helps the channel get noticed. It helps this stream get noticed so we can have more people come into the stream and join the conversation with us. And I will also say again, guys, we do have a super chat goal that is up here on the channel. If you haven't seen it, I will be basically, if we get 10 super chats, right, I'm going to extend this stream by an extra hour and a half. I'm only going to be going to around, I want to say, between 12 and 12:15 if we don't hit the goal. So if we do hit the goal, I will extend the stream by an extra hour and a half. That's basically going to give you a 2.5-hour live stream for this. I Know What You Did Last Summer, Final Theories and Predictions live. Wayne saying, I can't hold in the spoilers, so can't stick around. I am sick. Hey, man, do me a favor, Wayne. Get better, buddy. Get better. And then, obviously, when we do get to the spoiler discussion stream, come into the stream, hang out, and let's talk some spoilers once I have that up. That will most likely be up by Monday. That's when we will probably do the spoiler discussion here for I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025 here on my channel. Oracle saying, how about Celine from the Underground franchise? Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's considered a final girl. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Great pick. Breezy saying, I've heard Freddie cheated with Jen back in the day with Sarah, and Jen has been bitter ever since. So, Breezy, are you saying that in regards to actually like Freddie Prinze Jr. and them in real life, or are you talking about in regards to their characters in the movie? Because I never knew Freddie Prinze and Jennifer Love Hewitt dated in real life. Never knew that. Always thought that he was with Sarah Michelle Gellar. Interesting. And we do have a super chat in the house from DJ from DJ's Place Favorites. Thank you so much for your $1 super chat. $1 super chat, DJ. I greatly appreciate it, man. And if you have a comment that you want to follow up to this, let me know in the comment section. Thank you again, DJ. Always appreciate the support. Oliver saying, I want some of my Jennifer Love huge tits. Yeah, right? Man, she still looks fantastic. Like, man, she was on the red carpet and she's looking nice and thick too, like nice and built. Like, damn. Whew. Very fucking still well put together. Still got it going on. She looks better than some girls look in their 20s nowadays. Breezy saying, still love I Still Know What You Did, but seeing more flaws than I did as expected after a long watch, but still a fun movie for me. Yeah, I actually enjoyed it too, Breezy. I think it's one of the better sequels made. I mean, I know some people give it a lot of shit. I personally thoroughly enjoy it. I really do. There's certain things about that movie I enjoy more than things I enjoyed in the first movie. You know, I love the setting of Tower Bay. It's awesome. The Bahamas setting. And in that movie, it was a lot more brutality. A lot more brutality for sure. Hey, what's going on, Treston? Nice to see you here tonight. I hope you're having a great night. Bishop Hayes in the chat. I'm assuming you are a new subscriber to the community, and if you are, welcome. Thank you for being here. Saying, I just looked at Ray's character's promo poster, and he most definitely has an evil look on his face, in my opinion. Yeah, I am convinced. Yeah, that's what kind of led me to being convinced, too, that Ray was going to be a killer. Like, he's just got this mean ass. You know what? I think I actually have it here. Hold on. Let me pull this bad boy out real quick. I think I still have it here. I don't think I took it down. Oh, hold on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you're talking about that face right there, Bishop. Yeah. Yeah, our boy looks like a mean, badass motherfucking killer right there. And I'm not going to lie. If they do it correctly, I'm on board for it. I just hope the motive is great and he plays a really good killer. I don't want it to be cheesy. I don't want it to come off as stupid. All right, let me get to some more of you guys here in the chat. I know I'm a little bit behind, guys, so just bear with me. I'm trying to catch up to every single chat. Major Foster saying, I know what you did last summer early, and I will say the killer reveal is crazy. Whoa, that's what I like to hear. Thank you for not spoiling anything, Major. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Man, that's what I like to hear. I want a crazy killer reveal. I want some great twists, but I also want it all to make sense. So the fact that you are saying it is crazy, I'm assuming that it is a great killer reveal and it does make sense. So awesome. I cannot wait to see it. King Matthew III saying what Jennifer Love Hewitt said about stay till the credits gets me hyped. Yeah, I'm interested to see what they're going to do. I will say this. All right, so I will share a theory and prediction about the ending credit, the post-credit scene that is allegedly happening at the end of the movie, which it is going to happen. It's not alleged. It's confirmed. I personally think a lot of us think that Brandy is going to be in the post-credit scene. I think that's fair to say, right? I think a lot of us think that with her character's arrival, that will lead us into the sequel, right? So we will be getting Carla and possibly Julie back in the greenlit sequel for the newer I Know What You Did Last Summer movies. What if they decide to kill Carla in that post-credit scene? That's what I'm feeling, guys. I feel like Carla is going to end up getting killed in that post-credit scene. I really, really do. I don't know why I got this feeling. I feel like they're hyping this post-credit scene up to get us riled up about witnessing Carla's return, only to take her away from us. That's what I feel. So that's what I'm going with. I feel like in the post-credit scene, we will see Carla not only return, but she will get killed off, which will lead us into the sequel. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about that. Yo, what's up, Shannon? Glad to see you here as always. Talking Star Wars, saying just got here, but Ric Flair whooped that bitch. Yes, thank you so much, Shannon. Yes, if you haven't done so already, shoot that like button, kick it, elbow drop Ric Flair. Woo, that some bitch. It definitely helps out with the YouTube algorithm, and it helps grow the channel. Always appreciate having you here, Shannon. Okay. All right. So I won't put this up there, Major. I know everybody else sees it in the chat, but yeah. Okay, I kind of figured what you're saying, Major, is kind of what's going to play out. If it doesn't play out how I think it's going to play out, then that was my second option. And I think I know that's someone else who you're talking about. Paul is saying, instead of Ric Flair, how about Michael Jordan and slam dunk the like button? Hey, yeah, sure, we can do it that way as well. Hell yeah. Can't go wrong with his airness. Even though, for me personally, Allen Iverson is my GOAT basketball player. That's just me, though. Yo, what's going on, Troll? Glad to see you here, brother. Saying I'm going to see it Friday. Nice, man. I'm going to see it tomorrow and Friday. I'm going to do the double special. I'm going to do the double whammy. You know what I mean? Even if I don't particularly like it tomorrow, the reason why I'm doing this is to see how I feel on a second watch. Even if I like it tomorrow, I want to see how I feel about it watching it a second time. Plus, I got plans with my family to go see it. So it's always going to be a fun time when that happens. And we have another super chat in the house. Guys, I will say we are 8 more super chats away from the goal. If we hit the goal of 10 super chats, I will extend this stream by an hour and a half. We basically started right before 11 o'clock. So basically, if we hit the super chat goal, I will stay live talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer, final predictions and theories, all the way up until 1:30 in the morning Eastern time. That gives you guys basically a 2.5 hour live stream talking about your final theories and predictions for I Know What You Did Last Summer. So if that's what you guys want to do, if you guys want to hit the goal, Send in your super chats, and I will make that happen. We will extend the stream. But thank you again, a troll, for your $2 super chat, saying I will see it Friday. I think it is Teddy. Ooh, bro. Yo, I think you said this to me the other day. I think it was Friday when we did the part 2 of the theories and predictions for I Know What You Did Last Summer. Hey, man, it very well could be. It very well could be. The scene that we see in the trailer where it looks like he's going to get killed off, that could get cut out of the movie, or that could be somewhat of a fake out, because as we have seen in Scream movies and other horror movies, other slashers, when you are a killer, you will go a little over the top to make yourself look like a victim. So, hey, it's very possible, man. It's very possible. I will say this about Teddy. I think Teddy is going to be our new Barry Cox. I think that's pretty evident. But I'm not going to lie. I got a feeling we're going to get a little bit more layers to Teddy's character. And the reason why, and I'm glad you sent in this super chat and said and mentioned Teddy, a troll, because with Billy Campbell playing Grant Spencer, which will be Teddy's father in this movie, the reason why I say there will be more layers to Teddy's character than what we got with Barry Cox's character in the original is because we're actually getting to meet his father. Unlike with Barry's father. Remember, Barry's father was mentioned a good bit in the opening of the movie in regards to the accident. Barry was afraid that his father was going to kill him because of them wrecking the car and the new car getting damaged, so on and so forth. But we never seen Barry's father in the movie. The only parent of Barry's that we see is his mother when she is on the phone, but we get no engagement. With Teddy's character and with his father and Grant, we are going to be getting some type of engagement, because I believe Grant Spencer, Teddy's father, is going to be the mayor or governor of Southport, something of that nature. He is going to be some type of law enforcement official, if you ask me, which gives Teddy's character a little bit more layers than Barry's. So I'm really intrigued to see the fate of Teddy's character, how it plays out. But I'm also intrigued to see how different he is from Barry Cox's character as well, and how much of the same he is. Thank you again for your $2 super chat, Joel. It's greatly appreciated. Sorry if I'm fucking chopping right now. I need some water. Oh, there we go. Feels a little bit better. I've literally been doing content for like the last, I want to say, 4 hours, because I did the live stream with Destin, but I was also recording another video before we went live. So my voice is a little parched. But thank you again, Troll. I always appreciate your support here, man. You're awesome. Scroll back up here in the chat. Oliver saying it is 11 p.m. here in Toronto, Hollywood North for the entertainment people. And I am up past my bedtime. I'm seeing the movie no matter what, because I need to get out. Awesome, Oliver, man. Awesome. And thank you for giving me a timestamp as well. I love it when you guys who are basically overseas give me a timestamp. I love that, because I like to know what's going on in your area. I like to know what time it is in y'all area as well, so that you guys can catch as much of this stream as possible, so that you don't miss anything and stuff, because I know with time differences and stuff, you guys might have to count it out a little bit early. So I like to get to the meat and potatoes before you guys get to leave. Hell yeah, Oliver. Hey, I'm loving this. I'm loving this because we are bringing more attention to this movie. Because a lot of us feel like this movie was going to bomb at the box office because of all the other good movies that have been coming out with Jurassic Park and Superman and all that stuff. So the more we talk about this movie, the more it is going to get noticed, the more word of mouth is going to spread, especially if it turns out to be a good movie. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Nice, Shannon. Talking Star Wars saying, I am seeing it on Saturday, ignoring Twitter till then in case someone spoils who the Fisher person is. Yes, absolutely. I had to delete a few comments that I deemed a little bit too spoily and stuff. So I don't blame you for that, Shannon. I don't blame you for that at all. Awesome. Glad to see that you're going to see it on Saturday. Yes, Paula, it has been confirmed by Jennifer Love Hewitt herself on the red carpet. Yes. Paula saying, is it for certain that there will be a post-credit scene? Yep, it has been confirmed. Absolutely. 1,000 percentiles, Paula. 1,000 percentiles. So if you go out to see the movie, Paula, do not get up out your seat when the movie ends. Stay for the post-credit scene. Bishop Hayes saying, what do you think the post-credit, man, I am super behind in the chat. I'm going to end up having to catch up, but I do want to get to a lot of you guys' comments because I don't want any of your comments to feel like they're going unnoticed. But Bishop saying, what do you think the after credit scene is going to be? Well, I did explain that I feel like Carla could end up getting killed, but if Julie is going to be in this post-credit scene, then I will assume as my backup that Julie and Carla will be in the post-credit scene together, and maybe they get attacked by another Fisher person, by another fisherman, a fisherwoman. That could lead us into the next film. Maybe that is our cliffhanger. Maybe we end this movie on 2 cliffhangers, because I personally believe, and you guys know this, and I could be fucking wrong, but I personally believe that Stevie Ward is going to be one of the final girls in this movie, and that scene in the trailer where we see her turn around and she screams and the fisherman comes bursting through the glass doors, I think that will be a nightmare sequence for Stevie Ward's character. That will homage Julie James's nightmare sequence in the original movie. So maybe, just maybe, in the post-credit scene, we see Julie and Carla get attacked by another fisherwoman or a fisherman, which will give us 2 cliffhanger endings, in my opinion, that leads us into the sequel. It's very, very possible. It's very, very possible. I'm so excited. I heard there's a lot of twists in this movie, and that's what I want, especially in a slasher whodunit like this. I want a lot of twists. I want a lot of turns. I want a lot of U-turns. I want it all. I want it all. And we have another super chat in the house coming in from our very own Shannon Gates C, aka Talking Star Wars. Thank you so much, Shannon, for your continued support. You are so loved and welcomed here in the community. You are awesome. Saying, who do you think will appear first, Freddy or Jen? Oh, that is a really, really good question, Shannon. That's an awesome question. I personally think we will see Freddy first because he is still in Southport. We know Julie is in Raleigh. So I think after the first murder happens, which takes place at Helen Shivers' old store, which is also now a restaurant from what I'm hearing and from what I'm seeing anyway, as well, after Tyler the podcaster gets killed off, I think that's when our friend group goes to Ray for help first. That's what I think. Because in the trailers, we see them having a town hall meeting and all that stuff, and Ray comes in and he says, you know, his line about this isn't the first time murders like this or attacks like this has happened in Southport, and it's not going to stop, so on and so forth. So I do think we will see Freddie Prinze first before we get to see Jennifer Love. Thank you again for your super chat, Sandon. It's greatly appreciated. And I will say this, guys. We are 7 super chats away from the goal. So if we get 7 more super chats, I will extend this stream till 1:30 in the morning Eastern time. We got plenty of time to do it. I think we still have about a little over 30, 40 minutes left in the super chat goal. We've been live for about 30 something minutes, and I set it for an hour or whatever. But being the guy that I am, I will give you guys a little bit more time on the super chat goal to hit it so that we can extend the stream if that's what you guys want to do. If not, hey, no issues here. We're still having a great time. We're engaging with each other about this movie, and that's what I care most about. Thank you again, Shannon. I greatly appreciate it. I know I'm super behind in the chat, guys, so I am going to scroll up. If I skip your comment, please do not take offense to it. It's just I'm trying to keep up. We have a good crowd here tonight, so it's a lot of comments coming in. But I do want to say what's up to Gory Tiger, saying what's up. Hey, what's up to you, Gory? I hope you're having a great night. I hope you're enjoying the content. Let me know what you think. Let me know some of your theories about I Know What You Did Last Summer. What are your final theories and predictions for the movie? Tristan, I haven't been on TikTok too much lately, so I haven't seen your DM. I apologize. Hey, what's going on, Dom? Dom Ding Dong, what's up, bro? As you see, you got your wrench. Thank you for commenting on the marathon live stream, so I can give you that because for some reason in studio in my subscriber count it wasn't pulling up your name, which is why I had you do that. So I finally got you your wrench, buddy. I hope you like it. Paul is saying, I still remember the sauna scene. Yup. And they're going to be basically redoing that scene in the reboot as well with Teddy's character. It seems. Again, guys, we have to keep in mind some of the stuff that we have seen in the trailers won't make it to the final cut of the movie. That's just how this shit works sometimes. Hey, what's going on, Lydell Henderson? And I'm assuming you are a new subscriber here to the channel. If you are, welcome to the community. I greatly appreciate it. Asking, do you think Brandy is in the credits of the end? At the end? Yes, I do. I do believe that. I do think she is going to be in the post-credit scene. It makes sense because we haven't seen her in the trailers of the movie. So I don't think it would make much sense to bring her into the actual movie like before the post-credit scene. I think it's best to bring her character back in the post-credit scene to lead into the next film. That's my opinion, though. Yes, thank you for that, Val. Saying, again, no spoilers in his chat. The majority of us here have not seen it, even what is in the post-credit scene. Yes, please, no spoilers, guys. If you have been fortunate enough to see this movie already, please don't spoil it for the rest of us. Keep it clean. And if you have seen the movie already, all I ask is that you share your opinion in regards to, do you like it? Do you not like it? Is it in the middle for you? So on and so forth. Please do not spoil it. Bishop asking, did you like Hard Eyes? I'm excited for the sequel. Yes, I did like Hard Eyes. I enjoyed it. I think it's a really good slasher. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm finally getting to this. I am going to end up after this comment scrolling up through the chat because I am so far behind. I'm about 20 minutes behind. But Breezy saying, in real life, apparently Freddie and Jen dated around the first movie. Ooh, I never knew that. Wow. That's interesting. I never knew that. Okay, so we will delete that. Guys, I will say this too. Even if some people come in here trying to spoil shit, keep in mind that some of them haven't even seen the fucking movie yet. They've only seen the test screening. So they're just going off of what they say. I mean, off of what they've seen at the test screening. That might not be the actual final cut of the movie. Yeah, I'm obviously like super fucking behind. So let me catch up because I did just catch one of those comments that were kind of a little bit too spoily. Yes, thank you for that, Val. Yes, thank you. I'm sure you just noticed I saw that shit. That's why I didn't say anything. I just said, boop, remove. Thank you for that, Val. Thank you. Yes, again, guys, if you are coming into this live stream, I can't stress it enough. Please do not spoil this fucking movie for the rest of us who has not seen it yet. You know, I try to be as nice here as I possibly can. Everybody in this community knows I'm a decent guy. I'm not an asshole. I try not to be an asshole to people. But please do not be an asshole yourself and spoil this movie for me and everybody here in this community. We have not seen it yet. If you have been fortunate enough to see it already, just let us know how you feel about the movie without spoiling anything. Please. Thank you. I appreciate it. Because if you do, I'll just press this magical little remove button and I'll just act like I didn't see shit. Simple. Nice. Breezy said, I said the same Brandy as the surprise cameo, and another cameo I heard is also from 98. I didn't hear about this one. Oh, that's interesting. Oh. So Breezy said, I said the same Brandy as a surprise cameo, and another cameo I heard is also from 98. All I will say, LOL, it's the only spoiler I've heard reading some comments, so I turned that shit off from there. Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, and we don't know who the other cameo is. So you're not really spoiling anything. And Brandy is already basically confirmed. So that's not spoiling anything, Breezy. So I wonder who it could be. Could it be Will Benson? I would fucking lose my mind if they have some type of dream sequence or something like that with Will's character pop up in this movie. I will fucking snap. I would love that. I'm a big fan of Will Benson. I am. I love his character. I thought that he was a great twist as a killer in the second movie. In 1998's I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. So, Breezy, you just got me even more souped up. I'm ready to go. Damn, I wonder who it's going to be. That's awesome. Major Foster asking who will win, Sidney Prescott versus Julie James. I love my Julie James. Don't get me wrong, but Sidney would beat the fucking tar out of her. She would. She would. I just think that's an easy fight for Sidney, in my opinion. You know, think about it. We've seen fucking Sidney beat up both Mickey and her brother. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. She gave both of them the fucking business. She put feet and hands on them motherfuckers. So all I'm saying, Sidney will wipe the floor with Julie. I love me some Julie James. Don't get me wrong. But Sidney Prescott would literally drag her carcass around Southport back into Woodsboro. She would drag Julie James's carcass from Southport to Woodsboro. She would. Sorry. I don't mean to be offensive to Julie, but that's just the truth. That's a good one, Bishop. I like that. Bishop saying killer is Ty Mekhi Phifer from Still because he's still horny and hungry. Good one. Good one. I like that. I like that a lot. That's funny. That is funny as hell. King Matthew III saying also, Marcus, I'm not sure if you had seen the recent trailer for the movie, but the newer trailer ends with Julie getting stabbed with the hook. Maybe that gets cut from the film, though. Ooh, whoa. Yeah, I did not see that trailer. I did not see that trailer at all. Oh, that's interesting. Wow. I mean, there is supposed to be a big fight scene between Sidney and the fisherman. So it doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me at all if that were to happen. I do kind of feel like if they were to go in that direction, I feel like if they put that in the trailer, they're not going to have that in the movie because then you kind of just spoiled some shit, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Like you kind of gave away what could have been a shocking, surprising moment. Julie getting stabbed with the hook, that's a shocking, surprising moment that I feel should be saved for the actual movie if you're going to put it in a movie and not the trailer. So I don't know, Matthew. It might get cut. It might not. We'll have to see. Major asking who will win, Sidney Prescott versus Julie James versus Sienna Shaw. Now that's a little bit tougher because Sienna is a tough some bitch. Yeah, she is tough. Like she is tough as fucking nails. I'd have to say this. Sienna would whoop Julie as well. And then if we get Sidney versus Sienna, I might have to call that a draw. I might have to call that a draw, honestly. Because Sienna is not afraid to get down, dirty, and bloody. Definitely not for sure. Well, I mean, you're not particularly overseas, Oliver, but Canada is another country, so I always kind of see that as overseas for myself. That's just me. That's just the way I look at that. You know what I mean? Please don't take offense. I know, Oliver. I know you live next door. You're in Canada. I know that. But it still is another country, So any other country outside of the U.S., I consider overseas. That's just me, though. That's just me. I'll put it this way. You are my neighbor from overseas. You're my overseas neighbor. How about that? Let me know if you like that, Oliver. You like how I finagle certain things? Man, I'm having such a fun time here with you guys right now. As you guys, I'm sure you guys can tell, I am super excited for this movie, but I'm more excited that we are all sitting here engaging with each other, sharing our love and our passion for this franchise and for horror in general. Always a fun time just being here with you guys. You guys are awesome. All right, so I know I'm a little bit behind in the chat, so I am going to scroll up a little bit. Please do not take offense if I skip some of your comments. I'm just super behind because we got a lot of traffic coming in. Stella saying, my son is going tomorrow at 2 p.m. My daughter is going at 7 p.m. I won't see it until Friday. And I told them if they spoil anything, they're out of my will. That's a good one. That's a good one, Stella. That's awesome, though. I love how they're both kind of tag teaming this thing. One's going in the afternoon and the other one's going to see it at night. I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, I don't blame you. That's funny as hell. That's funny as hell. I like that, Stella. Hopefully they don't spoil anything. I'm trusting that they won't. And you can tell them I said that. You can tell them that Marcus trusts and believes in them that they won't spoil it for you. And we do have another super chat in the house, I believe. Yeah, I believe so. I don't know. I've never seen this before. I don't know what V320 is. Alex, let me know in the comment section exactly what this is, what type of super chat this is. But thank you so much for your super chat and for your support. I appreciate it. Saying movie suggestion, Tenebrae 1982. It's on Tubi. Oh, I've never heard of that before. Interesting. I'm writing that down right now. Let me spell that right. Bray 1982. Okay. Well, thank you for the super chat and for the movie suggestion, Alex. I greatly appreciate it. Might have to be a first-time watch here on the channel here very soon. You guys know how we do at the Woodsboro Cinema Club with these watch parties and stuff. So, yeah, I'll have to put that on my list. That's interesting. That sounds interesting. I've never heard of it. Tenebrae. And, guys, I will mention we are 6 super chats away from hitting our goal for this stream. If we hit 10 super chats, I will extend this stream till 1:30 in the morning, Eastern time. So I think we can do it. We're almost halfway there. I think we can do it. If that's what you guys want to do. If not, it doesn't matter. Because why? We're still having a great time here with each other. And I'm getting to a lot of you guys' comments. The engagement is flowing. This is great. So even if we don't hit the super chat goal, I greatly appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight to talk some final predictions and theories for I Know What You Did Last Summer. Ooh, Tristan saying, what if they make a Fisher cult of Fisher people? So basically what you're saying is like the cult of the fishermen, basically, kind of like what we want to see in Scream with the cult of Ghostface. I'm not against that. I think that's a fresh idea. I will say this, let's wait and see what Scream does, and let's see if we get a cult there. Because if we get a cult of Ghostface, then I do feel like going with the cult of fishermen angle, and I Know What You Did Last Summer, would seem like they're copying Scream. And I don't want this franchise to feel like that. I want it to stand out on its own, especially now that it's back. Good idea, though. Not a bad idea at all. King Matthew saying to Stella, I didn't hear that, but I still think it makes me wonder if Nicholas is the killer, because remember, Muse Watson only had one scene in the original, and that was the final act. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I would love to see a flashback or a nightmare sequence of Ben Willis, man. That'd be so cool. So cool. Stella saying the director had an interview about cutting his scenes. Oh. So I'm assuming you're talking about cutting Nicholas Chavez's scenes. So does that mean he's not going to be in the movie? Interesting. Let me know. Let me know, Stella. Let me know. That's interesting. Breezy saying, fun fact, this movie was originally going to be called I Know What You Did 28 summers ago. Really? Excuse me. Really? Oh, good thing they didn't go with that title. That's, ugh. It's rough. It's really rough if you ask me. Thank God they just went with the I Know What You Did Last Summer. I'm cool with that. Treston saying, what if in Scream they give us ghost faces who are little kids? That just, it's not believable. It's not believable at all. That just, it's not believable. Those little kids would get their ass whipped so easily. Like, you'd just be able to throw them all over the place. There'd be no intimidation factor at all. Yeah, I'm not for that idea. Bishop saying, Jack Black is the killer. That would be funny as hell. You know, he's revealed as the killer, and he just says, you can't try it until you buy it. What's up? Yo, oh, man, that's funny. Jack Black, man, he was so good, and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I know a lot of people didn't like him in it because they felt he was distracting. I thought that he was the comedic relief that this franchise needed, especially in those first two films, because we didn't really get a lot of comedic stuff in the first film. So him being in the second one was the comedic relief that I feel like that sequel needed. It was fun. Hey, Shannon, I'm on board with it. Shannon saying Muse cameo as Nightmare for Julie. I would love that. I would love that. Especially if Brandy isn't in the post-credit scene, what if it's Muse Watson? And it's, you know, or, all right, let's frame it like this. What if it's Julie having a nightmare of Ben Willis, and then when she obviously wakes up from this nightmare, Carla is there to, like, wake her up and, like, shake her and be like, Julie, it's okay. Maybe. 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 Maybe, Yeah, Treston, Bishop is just having fun, though. He's just playing around. We know Jack Black's character is dead. King Matthew saying it could be Jack Black as a cameo, LOL, considering he's in everything these days. I don't think so, because his character is dead. Now, if they're going to bring him back as a new character, I mean, maybe, but yeah, I don't think so. I just don't. That'd be fun, though, if it made sense. Oliver saying, funnier fact, the original movie title for this movie was Freddie Prinze Jr. got paid enough to come out of retirement. Yeah, right? That is a funnier fact. And there's no lies said about that. And Tristan, do me a favor, please. I mean, if anybody wants to send in a super chat, that is on their own record. I don't want anybody feel like it's forced on them that they have to. So please don't do stuff like that in the comment section, because I don't want you or anyone here to feel like they have to send me money to get the goal. Don't get me wrong. I want to reach my goal. But the most important thing here is that we're engaging and having a great time with each other. If people want to hit the goal, they'll do it on their own record. If not, there's no hate coming from my end, or I'm not going to be upset or so on and so forth. So please, Tristan, do me a favor. Don't pressure people to send in super chats. If anyone wants to send in a super chat, and that goes for you as well, they can send in a super chat on their own record. And speaking of a super chat, we do have another one in. A Troll Campbell, thank you again, man, for your $2 super chat. I greatly appreciate you, bro. Saying, what will be better, Scream 7 or I Know What You Did Last Summer? Man, you put my motherfucking feet to the fire, bro. Damn. It's like, nah. I will say this, man. I think it remains to be seen because we haven't seen any trailers or haven't gotten any evidence for Scream 7 in regards to what it really looks like. We're just hearing rumors, so on and so forth. I'll say this, though, a troll. I think I Know What You Did Last Summer can be better than Scream 2022. I do believe it has the potential to be better than that movie. I will say this in regards to Scream 7. I do think Scream 7 will end up being a better movie than I Know What You Did Last Summer's reboot, because we are getting so many legacy characters back that we want to see that automatically trumps what I Know What You Did Last Summer is doing, because even though we get Ray and Julie back in this movie, and as well as Carla, Scream's characters have always been stronger and there's more longevity because they're the bigger franchise. So I will say, I think Scream 7, even though we don't have much to go on right now visually, I think subsequently Scream 7 will be the better movie than I Know What You Did Last Summer. But I think I Know What You Did Last Summer will be a better requel, will be a better reboot than what Scream 5, aka Scream 2022 was. That's my take on that, man. Thank you again, Noah Troll, man. I greatly appreciate you, bro. You're awesome. Oh, and I see we have some more super chats in the house. DJ coming through with another doll hair super chat. Thank you so much, DJ. I greatly appreciate you, man. And if you have a comment that you want me to if you have a theory or prediction that you want me to get to in the chat, tag me so I see it, because sometimes when I'm not tagged, it won't, like, I'll see your comment, but it's easier if you tag me so I can get to that comment a lot easier. Thank you again, DJ. I greatly appreciate you, man. And we have another super chat in the house from Stella G, coming through with a $5 hair super chat. Thank you so much, Stella. I greatly appreciate you, homegirl. Saying, yes, the director said Chavez and Lola Tung were in the opening scene, but that scene was cut. There was an interview and deadline. Oh, see, I did not catch that, Stella. I did not catch that at all. Interesting. And I'm glad you mentioned this, though, Stella, because I still see they're on the cast list. And I was wondering, like, well, if Ray isn't the killer like I think he is, and if Ava isn't the killer like I think she is, could it be Lola Tung's character and Nicholas Chavez's character? Because we all know Nicholas Chavez plays a great villain, an excellent villain. Could it be them two as a killer, because we don't see them at all? And much like it has been mentioned in this stream and many times before, we hardly see Muse Watson in the trailer for the original film. So I was definitely thinking about those two in that regard. But yeah, it looks like they're not going to be in this movie at all. That's interesting. Thank you again for that, Stella. I greatly appreciate it. Not just the super chat, but for that information, because that's important information that we need to have, because I think a lot of fans are going into this movie thinking that we are going to see those two actors have character roles in this movie, and it seems like they're not, because their opening scene that they were supposed to be a part of has been cut. So I don't know. Maybe are they saving their characters for the sequel? I don't know. We'll have to see. Get back here to the live chat. And I am going to get to my theory here in a second, guys, in regards to Ray Brunson. And you guys already know I do believe he's going to be the killer in this movie. But I'm going to give you guys my motive, my theory motive for Ray Brunson as to why he went from hero to killer in this new reboot film. Jesus, I said rebuild. What the fuck? I'm going mad. And I will also say, guys, we are 3 super chats away from hitting our goal. So if we get 3 more super chats, that means this stream stays open till 1:30 a.m. 1:30 in the morning. I will say this, it's 11:49 Eastern time right now. We have been going for about an hour. So I will say if we don't hit the goal, it's okay. I will wrap up the stream about 12:15 p.m. a.m. Eastern time. But if we hit the super chat goal, which we only need 3 more to do that, I will be on this bitch till 1:30 in the motherfucking morning, talking some I Know What You Did Last Summer, final predictions and theories here with you all. Okay, so I'm assuming, yeah, the movie that Alex sent in, Val's saying that is a great movie, Alex, and welcome to the channel. Yeah, Alex has actually been here for a little bit now, Val, and stuff. Alex has been around for about, I want to say a little over a month. Let me know in the chat, Alex, but I know you've been here for a good little bit now. Huh. And if Val says it's a great movie, it has to be a great movie because Val has some fantastic taste in horror movies, for sure. Oliver saying, I'll take that. Awesome, awesome. I like that. Awesome. Thank you, Oliver. Paula saying, movie suggestion, Shriek. I know what you're talking about, I think, Paula. Shriek, if I Know What You Did Last Summer, or it's basically the spoof, the spinoff to this. Okay, yeah, maybe that's something we'll do down the line, you know, maybe as a part of like a kind of a fun watch party, you know, not taking it too serious and stuff like that. Yeah, we can do that down the line for sure. Yeah, okay. See, Val knows all this. How I'm the YouTuber and I don't even know some of these currency symbols. I gotta school myself. Good Lord. But Val saying, Oliver, that currency symbol is the yen. Oh, nice. Awesome. I gotta learn it. I have to learn it. I've never seen that before. Okay, Major saying, I am going to see it the second time on Friday. Awesome. So I'm assuming it was good enough for you to go see a second time. I like that. Either that or you're kind of taking the approach that I'm taking in regards to you're going to go see it. You have already seen it, but you want to see it again to see if you still feel the same as you do now. Awesome. That's what's up. King Matthew saying, another question I want answered for this new film is what happened to Julie's mom from the first one? Ben Willis killed Elsa, Helen's sister, so maybe Julie's mom was killed too. That is a good question, King Matthew. I personally don't think anything happened to Julie's mom. I just think basically they just cut her out of the rest of the movie, which is kind of odd because she did have some, you know, pretty formidable dialogue in that scene when Julie comes home. But I don't know. I mean, excuse me. I just feel like if we don't see her character get killed off, it really doesn't matter, you know, in regards to Julie's trauma and psyche. If she is seen getting killed off, maybe by a flashback or a nightmare, then okay, yeah, I can get down with that or something like that. I just don't know. How can I say this? I don't think she's an important enough character for them to kind of answer that question. That's just me. Great question, Bishop. So Bishop is asking, what do you think the accident will be? How different do you think it will be from the first film? Okay, so this is where I'm going to right now. All right, so I'm going to get back to this comment because I do see we have another super chat, and I do want to get to that real quick. And it's from Leonia Chanel. Thank you so much, Leonia. I greatly appreciate you coming in with a $1 super chat. Hey, again, guys, you guys know I'm not picky. Any super chat helps. I am appreciative of whatever you guys want to send in and whatever you guys feel comfortable sending in. So again, Leonia, thank you so much for your super chat. And if you have a comment or a prediction or a theory that you want me to answer, so on and so forth, leave it in the comment section, tag me, and I will make sure that I get to it. I will try my best to get to it. Thank you again, Leonia. And we have another super chat coming through from a Troll Campbell. Thank you again, bro. I greatly appreciate it. Coming through with a $2 super chat saying, I have to see Fantastic Four. I know what you did last summer and Superman. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I do kind of want to see Fantastic Four. I actually like those superhero movies. Superman, I'm not going to lie. I'm old school, man. I like the Christopher Reeves ones. I like those ones more than the newer ones. That's just me. Not taking a shot at Henry. Is it Henry Cavill or however you say that? However you say his name? Great actor. I just didn't get into those newer Superman movies. It's just, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't really care for them. But the old school ones with Christopher Reeves and Margaret Kidder and stuff like that, yeah, I get into those old school flavors. But Fantastic Four, yeah, I'm right there with you, a troll. I definitely want to see that. And you already know, brother, I'm going to see I Know What You Did Last Summer. We're talking about it right now. Greatly appreciated, a troll, man. You're awesome. And guys, we have hit the fucking goal. Let's go, guys. So again, I will be here all the way up till 1:30 in the morning Eastern time now that we have hit our goal. As Alex has sent in another super chat saying another movie suggestion, Cure 1997. Interesting. I think I've heard of that, but I've never seen it. Okay, awesome. Hell yeah, got that bad boy written down. Awesome. So I got Tenebrae and Cure from you, Alex. So yeah, that is something I'll put down on the list because I am catching up with a lot of my watch parties that I have, already scheduled and that I owe you guys and stuff. So obviously when that happens, once we, are finished with those ones, I'm going to be adding some new watch parties to the list. So those are two that are definitely going to be going on the list for sure. Thank you again for your super chat, Alex, and for your movie suggestions. And thank you for helping us hit our goal. Everybody who sent a super chat in, thank you for helping hit the goal, because now that ensures that we are going to be going live for another hour and a half on this here live stream. We fucking did it, guys. I had a feeling we would. It's awesome. You guys are awesome. Okay, I do want to get back up here to this comment, to this question that I did have. I will answer this real quick. Bananas Epic Gaming. What's going on? I'm glad you're having. I hope you're having a great night. Saying I have a feeling whoever the killer is, they are related to Ben and Will from past movies. Ooh, that is interesting. Could be, maybe. We don't know. Okay, so where was I at? Because I lost my. Oh, wait. Yeah, so give me a second, guys. I want to find this question that I think it was from Bishop. All right, yes, there it is. All right, cool. So Bishop asked, what do you think the accident will be? How different do you think it will be from the first film? Well, I will say this. I think Teddy is going to be the main reason for the accident. He's going to be a fucking asshole and be playing games in the middle of the road when the cars are coming. And that's what's going to cause the fucking truck that I believe is going to crash. It's going to cause it to swerve and go over the guardrail. How is it different from the original? Well, obviously, in the original, Barry was acting like a nut, much like fucking Teddy is going to be doing in this movie, drinking, woo, and out the fucking sunroof to where he drops his bottle that distracts Ray while driving because it hits Ray, and stuff. So Ray starts, freaking out and stuff at Barry. And then we see Barry, watch out! And then that's when Ray finally looks forward, and that's when he hits Ben Willis. So that's what's going to be different about this accident. They're not going to hit nobody, but Teddy is going to be the reason this truck swerves and goes over the guardrail, because he's fucking feeling like he's almighty and that he can, because there is one scene in the trailer, and I don't know if they're going to use it, where he's in the middle of the road doing this while a car's coming at him, which tells me is that he is literally like begging, or I want to say begging, but he's daring the car to hit him. So that's what's going to be different. And now that is how this new accident takes place. Now, let me get into my theory as for why I believe, well, you guys already know my theory about Ray being the killer. So what is Ray's motive in this movie? Well, in my opinion, it is very, very possible that whoever dies in this crash, right, could have been Ray and Julie's son or daughter. And the reason why Ray decides to snap and turn into the fisherman and bring all this nostalgic bullshit back is not only because of that death, is very resemblant to what happened back in 1997 between him, Barry, and Julie and Helen, but because maybe he thought with him and Julie's child being killed in this type of fashion, this would bring Julie back to him. This would bring them closer again. The grief, the trauma. But that's not what happened, because Julie has found a way to elevate from her trauma, right? That's what they've basically been talking about in the lead up to this film. Julie is basically going to be on a different level in regards to, she has accepted her trauma. She has accepted the past and what it was and what it is and stuff like that. So in my opinion, the reason why Ray decides to snap and become a killer is because of all of that past trauma has now leaked out into the present, with him and Julie's child being the victim of this accident. But what really, really causes him to snap and don the slicker is the fact that this did not bring Julie back. This did not bring Julie closer to him again. This did not bring her back to Southport. This did not work. Not that he intended for his kid to die or anything, but basically, Julie did not come back to him the way that he assumed she was going to in this moment of grief, in this moment of trauma, so on and so forth. So that to me is why that's my motive for Ray being a killer. Now, I know I have said I don't want it to be something to where Ray's like, oh, Julie, left me and that's why I decided to be a killer, so on and so forth. And it may sound like that's kind of what my motive for him is. It is to a slight degree, but I feel like if they had a child that ends up being the victim of this accident, that is the main reason why Ray decides to snap, because look how reminiscent it is to the past. But what really is the icing on the cake, what really gives him this idea to turn into a killer and to don the fisherman slicker, is because Julie did not, she basically took it a different way than Ray did. She basically handled it a lot better than Ray did. Ray was thinking that she was going to take it the way she took the past events, which basically was reliant on him saving her, right? So because she no longer needs Ray, because this did not bring Julie any closer to him than what she already has been over this course of time since they have not been together, that's what causes him to really snap, and say, you know what? Fuck it. I can't do this shit anymore. I lost everything because of this place. I devoted my life to Southport. I gave my life to Southport. And what has it done for me? All it has done is take. That's all it's done. But I will say this in regards to Ray. I do also think we could see a backup motive to where Ray maybe was involved even before. Let's exclude the child aspect of it, right? What if we get something that reveals Ray was working with Ben Willis back in the past, but their deal was that Ben can kill the others. Ben can kill Barry and Helen, just don't touch Julie. The reason why I say that is because when you go back and watch the first two films very closely, Ray is kept alive for a reason, if you ask me. He is. Especially in the second one, right? Because Ben Willis, when he put that dummy in the middle of the road, in my opinion, if he really wanted to, he could have just had himself laying in the middle of the road, acting like he was somebody who was dead, acting like somebody who was hurt, right? And then when Ray approaches him, boom, kills him with the hook. Gets Ray out of there. Whatever. That didn't happen. He ended up killing Ray's friend and then tried to run Ray off the road. Which, in my opinion, if you really wanted Ray dead, you would have did it a way easier way. Like you would have did it the way I just explained. Also, what about that letter? What about the letter that Ray mentioned in the first film that we never got to see? He's after me too. I got a letter. Oh, that's funny. Helen gets her hair chopped off. Julie finds a dead body in her car. I get ran over and you get a letter? That's balanced. Just like Barry said. What was that letter that Ray got supposedly from Ben Willis, from the fisherman? What was the letter? What did the letter read? We never got that question answered. Could they answer it in this one? I actually kind of hope they do. I really, really do. I think it would be a beautiful tie-in to the original film and that dialogue between Ray and Barry. Also, another thing to take note of. Why that makes sense, in my opinion, in regards to Ray kind of working with Ben Willis. Think about it. They both worked on the same docks. You mean to tell me they never came across each other before? Really? They never met each other before, but they worked in the same fucking area. And they're both fishermen. Really? Okay. If that doesn't convince you, then how about this? Why at the end of the first movie, just like in the second movie to a degree, Ben has ample opportunity to kill Ray, but instead he just knocks him out. Why does Ben keep Ray alive? Why? There was ample opportunity to kill Ray in both of the first two films, and he didn't do it. Think about this as well. What did Ben say? What did Ben say at the end of I Still Know What You Did Last Summer when Ray showed up? What you gonna do, boy? Call us names? You ain't no killer. That's my job. What if Ray found out that Ben Willis was the actual person that they ran over, and he basically gave Ben Willis the battery in his back that he needed to kill Helen and Barry? Because think about this, and this is where I kind of glitched out for a second, but now I got my shit back. Remember what Barry said to Ray? What's the matter with you, Ray? What you always were jealous? You could never you always wanted to be one of us, but I guess it was too much for you to handle, right? Ray was an outsider. Ray was an outsider. When you think about the original core four group of the original movie, Ray was an outsider. Barry pointed that out in that dialogue. What if Ray, because of him already being an outsider, losing Julie, so on and so forth, basically put Ben up to killing Helen and Barry? Or maybe Ben approached him and they worked out a little deal of some sort, something. To me, there are some avenues that you could take in regards to a Ben Willis and Ray Brunson backstory. That's where I'm getting at. And I kind of hope they actually explore that in this new movie. I really do. But hey, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. But hey guys, let me know what you guys think about my theory. What do you guys think about both of my theories in regards to Ray's motive and him being the killer? I'm interested to see what you guys said. And we do have another super chat in the house from Stella G. Thank you so much, Stella, for your $5 super chat. Stella saying, check out Sony Pictures India and Sony Pictures SG on YouTube to see different trailers with scenes we haven't seen in US trailers, especially in shorts. You know what? I'm going to keep that, but not only am I going to keep that for this movie, Stella, I think that's a great idea for movies like Scream 7 and future movies as well. That's a great point that you just made, because other countries are going to see different things in their trailers that we're not going to see in our trailers here. So that is a really, really good point. Really, really good point. Sony Picks India. Sony Picks SG. Awesome. Awesome. I'm definitely going to check those out at the end of the stream, Stella, because, you know, I'm a late out, so I have no problem, you know, staying up late and checking those ones out. Thank you again, Stella, for your $5 super chat and for your other super chat that you sent in. I greatly appreciate you. Awesome. All right, so I am going to catch up because I know I was ranting and raving and riving and stuff like that, and I want to catch up with you guys in the chat. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm not paying attention to your comments or anything like that. Yep. I saw that, Shannon. Yeah, I'm so behind. Thank you for letting me know though, Shannon. I greatly appreciate it. Breezy saying, what do you think the movie should have been called rather than the same name? I know it's hard to say with the other in the timelines, but what do you think? We know what you did. Oh, okay. I know what you did last summer. No secrets. What? Excuse me. If anything, it should have been given the name I'll Never Forget What You Did Last Summer. Maybe that's what they're going to use for the sequel. But I think something along those lines of I'll Never Forget What You Did Last Summer, something like that. If they weren't going to use the original title name. That's what I think. And now that I said that, I kind of hope that they do name the sequel I'll Never Forget What You Did Last Summer. Because if I'm not mistaken, that was what was on the letter that Ben had sent to David Egan, that Missy Egan had. And stuff. And real quick, another point, you know, in regards to Ray and Ben Willis possibly having a backstory, having some connection together in regards to the original murders. Remember, Ray reached out to David Egan and his family. So it's not far-fetched to think that Ray did his research on who the actual person was that they ran down and maybe was working with Ben. I mean, hey, I said it in my theory video about Ava, and I could turn out to be wrong. I might be wrong. I don't know. I won't know until I see the fucking movie. But I always feel like if somebody is kept alive when there is clear opportunity to kill them, there has to be a reason behind that, other than trying to save that character for the end of the movie. From a killer standpoint, that's how I'm looking at it as if there is opportunity to clearly kill someone and you don't take it, that makes me very, very suspicious as to why you decided not to do so. So, yeah, but in regards to the name, I'll Never Forget What You Did Last Summer. And hopefully they get to use that for the sequel. Hopefully they do use that for the sequel, because we know it's already greenlit. Banana Epic Gaming saying, I have a feeling whoever the killer is in this case, final pick, Stevie is related to Ben and Will from the first two movies. And I shot him 6 times, 908. Yes, I did put the tag in there as well. Hey, man, listen. I mean, y'all know how I feel. I feel Stevie could be the final girl because I feel like in the trailers, they definitely made it a point to make her look super suspicious. And I feel like that was done to throw us off. However, if she does turn out to be the killer, I really would not be surprised because it has been said there is going to be a killer that is super obvious. And then the other killer is going to be someone you never fucking expected. So if Stevie is a killer, I would not be surprised. Even though me personally, I feel like she would be better suited for a final girl based on what I've seen in the trailer and based on her homages to what I feel she's more like a Julie James type of character. She reminds me more of Julie just in look and everything like that. But yeah, she could definitely be the killer. And that would be fucking insane if she is related to Ben and Will, to Ben Willis and Will Benson, and or if you want to even call him Will Willis, because Benson wasn't his real last name. So if she is related to the Willises, I would lose my shit. Even though I would like to see her, and I think she could be our final girl, if she is revealed as a killer and we get that backstory that she is the family member of a Willis, I'm not going to be mad at all. I'll happily accept it. DJ saying, my prediction for this movie is that there will be more kills with creative as they get lured to their deaths, as in more blood will flow, as in more gore. I agree with that, DJ, because it definitely is a lot of traps. It looks like that is going to be set in this movie. It definitely does look like the killer is going to be, or the killers are going to be luring our victims into some gnarly traps, into some gnarly kills. I did hear that it is pretty fucking brutal. Like they get pretty nasty in this movie. And that's what I wanted. That's what I liked the most about I Still Know What You Did Last Summer and compared to the original. The original was a little bit more clean in regards to its killing. The second one was fucking balls to the wall, which is what I want to see out of this new one. I want to see some balls to the wall kills. I want to see some innovative traps. I want to see some shit that is going to jar our pride, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I want. I want some kills that is going to make us shake and shiver before we go to bed, thinking about that certain kill at night. That's what I want. And hopefully we get it in this new movie. Hopefully. I'm hearing some great things. I am hearing some great things in regards to the luring of the traps and the kills in this movie. Oh, yeah, I'm super behind. So I am going to catch up with a lot of these comments because I'm like almost 30 minutes behind. Holy shit. I apologize, guys. I apologize. Leonia saying, I haven't seen I Know What You Did Last Summer in a long time, so I need to rewatch before I see the new one. But this live has definitely reminded me that this was a good franchise. So excited for the new one. Yeah, Leonia, see, that's what I love, you know what I mean, about doing these, talking about horror movies in this community and doing content like this, because you haven't seen I Know What You Did Last Summer, the first movie, in a long time. But because we are talking about the new one so passionately and with so much emphasis and with so much hype and with so much promise, it's making you want to go back and revisit this franchise. And that's why I fucking do this content. Jesus. Oh my goodness. That's why I do this content. This is exactly why I do this content, is because of engagement like this. If I can convince somebody to go back and rewatch a certain movie from a franchise or rewatch a franchise based on what I am talking about and what we are talking about as a community in regards to a new requel film for that said franchise, I'm happy because then I feel like my job is done. I feel like I did my job, you know what I mean, in regards to getting people to want to revisit certain franchises that they might have forgot about. So that's awesome. And that makes me so happy to see in here, honestly. King Matthew saying, I haven't seen any of the Superman movies. I may check out Fantastic Four, though. Man, I mean, I'm not saying don't check out the newer Superman movies. I'm just saying my shit is the old school Christopher Reeves. Roll up on you like Christopher Reeves. I had to throw that in there. I had to. But that's my favorite Superman movies. I grew up on those ones. So much fun. Okay, so Alex is saying, which one, Alex? I'm gonna assume Tenebrae. But correct me if I'm wrong. But Alex is saying it's a Japanese psychological horror film. It's a masterpiece. Okay, awesome. Yeah, let me tell you something. There are some great Japanese psychological horror films out there. So I am definitely not against watching something like this. Or watching, let me know exactly which one it is. Is it Cure or is it Tenebrae? Alex, let me know. Yes, thank you for that, Val. Thank you so much for, showing the love that you show here in this community and, making everybody feel welcome and stuff like that. I can't even get the words out, Val. Like, I really can't. Like, you're so awesome. Like, it's comments like these that just really, really warms my heart. But Val saying to the community, y'all are amazing. Thank you for the support to this channel. Yes, absolutely. I repeat those same sentiments. Thank you guys so much for the amazing support that you guys showed to my channel. It truly means a lot. Guys, like, I love what I do here as a content creator. I genuinely do. Like, I really, really do. I love being here with you guys. I love watching movies with you guys. I like talking movies with you guys because this is my passion. I love scary shit. And I love to know that you guys are on the same level as me in regards to loving the scary shit, talking about the spooky, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. And I could not ask for a better community. I really could not, you know what I mean? And I love the fact that we are growing this community, and stuff. We, as a collective unit, it's not just me pushing out content. It's you guys as well, telling everyone in the chat who might be new here to shoot the like button, sharing my videos, sharing my live streams, etc., etc. You guys are what make this channel grow, and you guys are what making this channel grow into what it is becoming. And I am super excited. I will throw out this tidbit. We are just on about a little bit over 100 more subscribers away from hitting 2K here on this channel. I'm super excited for that because I will say this. Once we hit that 2K milestone, your boy is going to do a party live stream here on this channel, and I am going to get drunk and we're going to celebrate. You guys know I say it a lot of times. I'm not a big drinker like I used to be back in the day. I am not. Usually drinking kind of makes me sick a little bit. But for you guys, for us hitting 2K here on this channel, when it happens, I've already talked to Destin about it, so on and so forth. We're going to throw a party stream and we're going to have some fun. We're going to have a few drinks. We're going to play games, everything. And it's going to be a great time. And that's how it's going to be for every milestone that we hit here on this channel. So again, Val, thank you for showing your love to these amazing people in the community. And again, like, I couldn't ask for a better community. You guys are all awesome. Major Foster saying, what do you think the Kids Run Away in Weapons movie 2025? I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've heard something about this Weapons movie, but I don't know too much about it. So I will have to get back to you on a later date in regards to that. But I have heard something about that, and I want to do more research into it. Okay, so I am super behind in the chat. I am going to scroll up. If I do skip over your comment, please do not take offense. It's just I am about 30 minutes behind in this chat, and I want to catch up with you guys so you guys feel like you're not being ignored. Bishop Hayes says, not a spoiler because it's in the trailer, but Stevie is the other killer, I believe, because she is the only character from the group that does have a chase scene of any sorts in the trailer, literally. Oh, you mean she doesn't? Yeah, she doesn't have a chase scene in the trailer. She doesn't. But I feel like that scene where we see her in some type of house, excuse me, we see her in some type of house, whether it's her house or somebody else's, and she's walking past a piano, and she slightly turns, and she turns around, and she starts to scream, and then the scene cuts to the fisherman bursting through the glass. I feel that could be, at least you could think that could be her as a final girl, and that she's having a nightmare, much like Julie James did at the end of the first film. Because remember, that's what happened to Julie at the end of the first film, and she was our final girl. So that's why I feel Stevie will be our final girl. But hey, maybe you're right. Maybe Stevie is a killer. It's very possible because she definitely is very fucking suspicious in those trailers. She is. There's no doubt about it. I just personally think she's a massive red herring. That won't be a killer. But hey, I could be wrong. Paula saying Ray could have convinced Ben to kill Barry, but I doubt Helen. Barry did threaten his girlfriend. That doesn't mean that he is a killer in this one. I mean, yeah, but I'm not going to lie, Paula, and this is just me. The way the boat scene and then the bar scene plays into each other, I just can't think of another reason why, if Ray wasn't the killer, why is this movie ending at his bar? Because I genuinely do believe that the final act is going to take place at his bar. So that's just where I'm at with that. But hey, maybe he's not a killer. We'll find out. Maybe he just gets the Dewey treatment. Maybe he lives. We won't know until we watch the movie. But I personally think, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I kind of hope it happens. I hope if it happens, they do it right. I really do. I want to see Freddie Prinze fucking Jr. as a killer. I don't know why. I want to see something different because I have never seen Freddie Prinze play in that type of role before. Have any of us? When is the last time you can honestly say you've seen Freddie Prinze Jr. play a bad guy? I can't recall. I cannot recall. And I will say this. I think turning Ray into a killer, from good guy to killer, helps I Know What You Did Last Summer stand out from what Scream did with Dewey's character. Because they were never going to turn Dewey into a killer. So what did they do? They killed him off. In order for I Know What You Did Last Summer, in my opinion, to kind of stand out from Scream, you got to take a risk. You got to take a big swing and do something that we would never think was even possible. And what would that be? That would be our good guy, our Dewey Riley of I Know What You Did Last Summer, Ray Brunson, who looks like Dewey Riley's long-lost cousin, turning into a killer. I just hope that if that is the case, they do it right, the motive is great, and Freddie is believable in the role. If they have him be a killer and the motive fucking sucks and Freddie does not make me believe that he can be a very good killer, like he's intimidating, he's scary, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm thinking about it, but it won't be good. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. It will not be good. I will be so upset because it's just like you have a golden opportunity to do something. Now, I will say this. They did say that the ending of the movie, certain aspects of the ending of the movie can be seen as divisive. what, in my opinion, can be more divisive than turning our good guy into a fucking killer? Fans normally don't like stuff like that, right? That's what would get fans upset. That's what would divide the audience, right? So, I don't know. I think they're doing it. I do. And I kind of hope they do, but I just hope that if it is done, it's done properly. Properly. I really do. King Matthew III saying they could have named this movie I Know What You Did 28 Summers Ago. I just don't like it. I'd be honest, like, okay, I Know What You Did 28 Summers Ago, but then, in my opinion, it kind of takes away from what's going on this summer. Don't you think? Because if they were going to name it I Know What You Did 28 Summers Ago, it would almost, in my opinion, have to be basically Julie James centric. Like, the story would have to solely focus on her. So, just me personally, I'm glad they didn't go with that title. Breezy saying I forgot about the I'll Never part. Damn, it's been a while. Yeah, I mean, I would love for that to be the sequel name. I'll Never Forget What You Did Last Summer. That's an awesome title. That is an awesome title. Awesome title. They could also, I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer. Even though the third one was called that, they can still use the title. They can still use the title and just make a better movie out of it. So it's possible. We'll have to see. Yeah. Bishop Hayes saying, yeah, that Ray/Billy Blue plot line went nowhere, which was weird. Yeah, for sure. I do like the fact that they have a piece of his boat in his bar that says Billy Blue. I do like that homage and stuff like that. But yeah, you're right. It kind of did go nowhere. And I'm kind of hoping that if he is going to be a killer, we get some backstory on that a little bit. Like we get some things explained that were left open. You know, plot holes that need to be clogged. I'll say that. King Matthew III saying, well, you also forget that Ben had Will stand Ray up and Ben just slaps Julie away. So he could have stabbed Ray, which resulted in Will dying. So Ben wasn't too friendly with Ray. Yeah, but I mean, it wouldn't have had to get to that point if he just would have fucking killed Ray to begin with at basically the beginning. He set up a dummy in the middle of the road to trick Ray into believing that somebody was in an accident, only to kill Ray's friend and then attempt to run Ray off the road in order to basically prevent Ray from making it to the Bahamas. But if you really wanted to have Ray dead, or if you really wanted to keep him away from the Bahamas definitively, Ben could have laid right in the middle of the road where the dummy was. Ray walks up to him and then boom, right up the gut with the hook. So, I mean, I get that he wasn't too friendly with Ray, but especially in that ending, but maybe you can chalk it up to in that moment. He's just like, you know what? Fuck it. This guy is really standing on business. He's not going to let me kill her. So, son, stand his ass up. He broke his end of the deal. You know what I mean? Like, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. Breezy saying, yeah, it should have been I'll Never Forget, and another good one for the third or fourth could be You Can't Forget or Hide What You Did Last Summer. Ooh, I like that. You know, one, you can't forget, or I Can't Forget What You Did Last Summer. I kind of like that. Yeah, I like that a little bit. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. I Can't Forget What You Did Last Summer. or I won't forget what you did last summer. Definitely some other options. Tristan saying, I wonder if the I Know What You Did Last Summer series with Allison, Margot, Dylan, and Riley is in the same universe as Julie Ray, etc. I hope not. That fucking TV show was awful. It was trash. It was god-awful. It went nowhere. They introduced so many different avenues and explained literally nothing. So I really hope that none of those characters end up in any of these movies. They can go fucking kick rocks. Not trying to sound rude, Tristan, to that idea or anything. I'm not a fan of it. Just not. No, I can't. No. Oh, God. Just even thinking about that fucking TV show reminds me of that Chris Farley clip that Destin likes to play. You make my head want to explode. No more for today. I can't do it. I can't. My head will explode if they ever end up in these movies. King Matthew III saying, I'm hoping Ryan Phillippe and Sarah Michelle Gellar make a dream cameo in the film. It sucks they didn't show a grave for Barry like they did for Helen in the trailer. Yeah, I agree with that. I would have liked to see something like that for Barry, as a nice little homage. I mean, hey, who's to say we don't get a dream sequence from Julie where she's dreaming of them dying or they're coming to haunt her dreams? What if that's part of the post-credit scene? What if she has a dream? Oh, see, I'm juking. I'm starting to think about shit. What if in the post-credit scene we see Julie dreaming and she dreams of Harry and Bellen and Barry and Helen, and they are haunting her in her dreams, taunting her, so on and so forth. And then we also get Ben Willis, maybe bursting through some type of glass door again or whatever in the sauna, whatever. And then Carla wakes Julie up because she's screaming and stuff like that. It's very, very possible. I hope. I'd be so down for that. Give Julie a dream sequence, a nightmare sequence with both Ryan Phillippe and Sarah Michelle Gellar in it, haunting her dreams as Barry and Helen. Oh, yeah. I can get down with that. No, I got a problem. I got a problem, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, Alex Cure. Got you. That's the Japanese psychological horror film you're talking about. Awesome. That's kind of what I thought you were referring to. But yeah, definitely. Because I know a lot of like Japanese horror films and stuff, they definitely like go into the psychological zombie type route as well as infectious diseases and stuff. So yeah, definitely. We'll definitely watch that at some point down the road. That's right, Val Party. Yup, absolutely, for sure. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna grab me some water. I'm getting a little bit parched. I'm sure you guys can tell, and then I'm gonna get back to the comment section. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Okay, so Bishop Hayes saying Teddy Tyreek Weathers casted as the lead role in Jordan Peele's new film. Him. Ooh. I like that idea. So, only seen him one time in this weird episode of Atlanta besides Summer. He's getting a lot of roles. Yeah, I have been seeing that he's kind of blowing up and stuff like that. I've never really seen him act neither. This will be my first movie seeing him act, but I got a feeling he is going to be the perfect type of character for what Jordan Peele wants to do for that movie, because he does seem like the type of guy who would play like a jock or somebody athletic, something like that. So, man, that's awesome. Good for him. I want to see that movie. I want to see that movie for sure. And doesn't that movie have Marlon Wayans in it too? I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Bishop Hayes saying summer TV series wasn't as bad as people were making it seem. I mean, hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I personally thought it was awful. I really did. I just can't. But Scream TV series was actually really good, though. Sad it only got 3 seasons. Heard rumors they were trying to reboot it. Yeah, I don't know if that's still going to happen. I know when Scream 5 came out, there was discussions of Paramount wanting to reboot the TV series. If they do, I hope they go back to Lakewood. I really do. I hope they go back to Lakewood. And now that we're talking about it, I will say this. I don't like season 3 as much as I like season 1 and 2. But when I went back and rewatched season 3, it's not as bad as I thought it was. It's not. And some will say, oh, well, go back and give I Know What You Did Last Summer TV series a chance. Oh, man, revisit that. Maybe I will, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't see myself changing how I feel about that, because I remember a lot of how that TV show played out. And I think what really took me down with the TV show was I didn't like the killer reveal. I cannot stand it. It was so unbelievable. And I didn't like how they gave us something to look forward to, but never followed up on it. So that's, maybe again, I'll have to go back and rewatch it and look at it from a different lens. But yeah, I was not a fan of that TV show at all. Stella G saying maybe this has been discussed and I missed it. So apologies for bringing it up again, but I noticed in the trailer, Danica is holding a picture of Helen. Might they be related? Oh, I never even seen that. I didn't see no trailer with that. It has to be one of the newer trailers, maybe one of the newer TV spot trailers that I might have missed. I did not see any trailer with Danica holding a picture of Helen. That's interesting. Huh. Maybe they could be. They could be related. We don't know. I mean, it's obvious that Danica's character is going to be the new Helen Shivers of this movie. I do have a video coming out after this stream. Yes, I do. I just got to upload it to YouTube and stuff like that, talking about Danica's character and what we should expect from Madeline Klein as this character in this role, and if she's going to survive or not. Bishop Hayes says Freddie Prinze never played a bad guy. Plus, he was such a schoolgirl crush type of actor back in the day. Yup, absolutely. And that's exactly why I want to see him tap into his madman role, because I just got a feeling he can do it. I just really do. Hell yeah. Damn, that felt good. Hey, what's going on, Brett? I hope you're still around for me to read your comment. I'm sorry that, I'm a little bit behind. And it's funny because I'm going to be getting a hold of you here very, very soon for a live stream, buddy. Saying just jumping on to say hi. I don't want to hear too much about the movie, so I can go into it as fresh as possible for my review video. Yeah, we're just talking about final theories and predictions, buddy. I have not seen the movie yet. I'm going tomorrow and Friday. So you're safe, Brett. You are safe. And glad to see you here, buddy. Thank you for stopping in. And again, I'm going to be in contact with you here over the next week so we can plan a live stream and talk about your fan film, your Halloween fan film, The Shape of Halloween. So keep an eye out for me, buddy. I'm coming for you. We're going to get this done because I'm super fascinated and interested to see how this fan film you put together plays out. Thank you for being here, Brett. King Matthew III saying, the biggest clue about Ray possibly being a killer is seeing in the trailer, Helen's store is featured with traps and only Ray would know how to get through the store without getting lost. That is a really good point. Yeah, because he is an OG and you can make the argument, even though we didn't see it in the original film, that maybe, you know, when the friends were hanging out, they would meet up with Helen at her family store or something like that, or stop into her family store and shop and stuff like of that nature. So, yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure. I can definitely see that happening. Great point, Fresh Fella. And Fresh Fella, I'm assuming that you are new here to the community. And if you are, welcome, my friend. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. But Fresh Fella saying, yeah, Ray would be a good bad guy. He did work for WWE back in the day. Yes, yes. And I'm glad you brought that up because I've mentioned it before. Freddie Prinze Jr. was a writer for wrestling for WWE, and he was actually good at writing for villain characters, for heel characters, as we like to say in the wrestling industry. He was a really good writer in that regards. So, yeah, hopefully he wrote himself to be a good bad guy in this movie, if he does turn out to be a killer. Absolutely. Oh, okay. Alex saying Cure is a Japanese psychological horror film and Tenebrae is an Italian slasher film. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh man, you got me intrigued. we might have to watch Tenebrae a little bit sooner. Awesome. Bishop Hayes saying Ray is either going to be the Dewey of this requel or another killer. I agree, Bishop. I full-heartedly agree. I really hope that if they do, I'll put it this way. If he's not going to be a killer, just keep him alive. Don't copy Scream. Don't copy Scream. I really want this movie to stand out from Scream's requel. I really do. Because I want to see more of these movies get made. So I just hope they don't sit there and copy what Scream 5 did. I really hope they don't. Val, I did not know this. Val saying Freddy did play a bad guy in a TV series 24 with Kiefer Sutherland. I didn't know he was. See, I stopped watching, I think, after the first season, even though that is a very good fucking show. I guess I just grew out of it. But, well, you know what? I know what I'm doing tonight after I post that Danica video. I'm fucking throwing on 24 and I want to see this shit. I want to see it. I want to see if Freddy can be a good bad guy. Thank you for the tip, Val. I didn't know that. Okay. Fresh Fella saying, I'm going with Ray and Stevie as killers. Okay, hey, there's been a few people that feel that way, for sure. I feel like it's going to be Ray and Ava Brooks. I know Ava is being slated to be the new Julie James, and that's what they want us to believe and stuff. And hey, she could very well turn out to be the new Julie James. There's certain things about that fucking character that I explained in my video that it's not sitting well with me. Something is up, you know, and that's just how I feel about it. Breezy saying the only time I've seen Freddy as a good guy, the only time I've seen Freddy as a bad guy is when he got possessed in one of those Scooby-Doo movies. Yeah, I've never seen him actually play a bad guy at all. But Val is saying that he did in the show 24. So looks like I'm gonna have to do a little bit of homework and do a little bit of fishing. Val, let me know what episode and what season that is, please. Yeah. Fresh Fella saying maybe a cameo with Helen maybe a cameo with Helen would be cool too. Yes, I agree. I was just talking about it, about a nightmare sequence possibly from Julie James, maybe in a post-credit scene where we get both Helen and Barry to haunt her dreams. I'm cool with that. I know, Stella. I'm sorry. I know. Stella saying it would break my Ray Levin heart into a billion pieces. I know, Stella. I'm sorry. But in my opinion, and this is just how I feel, for the sake of taking a risk and getting different, it's already expected that if Ray isn't a killer, they're going to kill him as a hero in this movie. And I just feel like that is touching too close to screen. That's just me. Especially when you take into account what him and Julie's relationship has become. It's kind of reminiscent of Gale and Dewey. So, in my opinion, in order to break some new ground for this franchise and to get very, very risque, I feel like Ray almost has to be the killer. You know, I just hope if they're going to do it, they do it right. I will be so disappointed. But I will say this. I have a feeling Freddie, with what I know him as to be as a writer for WWE, I think he would make sure that his bad guy, that his killer, is going to be badass. I believe in that 100%. Val saying, Stella, you would hear me screaming in the theater if that happened all the way down by you. LOL. Oh, man. Hey, I mean, listen. It could happen. It might not happen. This is another thing, too, I want you guys to keep in mind. Because I do see that I do know for a fact that some overseas might get a different version than the ones we get. Sometimes movies play out that way. Do you guys think that's what they'll do? Like maybe in one country they'll show a different ending, and then here they'll show another ending? Because apparently there are multiple endings with different killers for this movie. So, I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I don't know what the fuck we're going to get. I do not know what we're going to get. Fresh Fella saying, awesome title indeed. Yeah. I think you're talking about I still know what you did last summer. No, or I'll always know what you did last summer. I think that's what you're talking about. And if so, absolutely. Mike saying Helen's dead though. Yeah, but they can bring her back in like a flashback or in a nightmare sequence, a dream sequence for Julie. They could still incorporate her just supernaturally in that type of way. And thank you for being here, Mike. I hope you're having a great night. All right, I am going to scroll up a little bit more in the chat because I know I'm pretty well behind. So oh, I must have missed something. Hold on. You're good. You're good, Val. Yeah, speaking of which, and I'm glad you are commenting, Val, because I have to upgrade you. Because I know having you as standard moderator kind of limits you and stuff like that. So no worries. I'm going to take care of that shit. But I already got the comments out. And keep in mind, like I said earlier, guys, if people do come in here being all fucking spoily and shit, that doesn't mean it's actually from the final cut of the movie. I have gotten multiple comments and messages from people saying, oh, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. And then when I reach out and say, okay, well, how do you know this? Oh, it was from a test screening. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So, yeah. Okay, so Breezy's saying best titles for the series. I'll never forget what you did last. I'll never forget what you did. You can't hide what you did last summer. You can't forget what you did. You can't run from what you did last summer, etc. Forgot the rest. No, those aren't two bad titles. They're pretty solid. They're pretty solid indeed. Tristan saying I didn't think show was bad. It was actually very good. If only it got a second season of it. Hey, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You know, if you enjoyed it, hey, that's awesome. I'm glad you did. I fucking cannot stand it. I just, again, they just, to me, they left too many things open that should have been patched up. And I didn't like how they did that. I wish they would have, there should have been more continuity in the story in regards to the type of story they were trying to tell. And I understand why it was all over the place the way it was, is because they kept, from what I heard, every episode was like a new showrunner. So that's why there was no consistency with the TV show. All right, I'll answer this question from Bishop, and then I'm going to scroll up a little bit more in the chat because I am super behind. So Bishop saying bigger asshole, Barry or Ty. I like Ty more simply from this one line. He was mean to Julie. He was mean to Julie all of still and was finally nice and said, we're going to get this fucker, Julie, or something. Barry was a douche. Yeah, I think Barry was more of a fucking asshole because Ty, even though he had his moments where he was an asshole to Julie, it was only because really he didn't believe in her story. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Up until basically he started seeing shit was real and stuff. Barry was just a fucking douchebag all the way around to the point where he even like choked her and was like, we take this to our grave. Let me hear you say it. Like, I'm sorry, if I was right, I'm knocking him the fuck out right then and there. Sorry, you choke up my girl like that? I'm beating you the fuck down. I don't care. I do not care. Like, I don't care for friends. Guess what? We ain't gonna be friends no more, motherfucker. I don't care if the girl breaks up with me after the fact. You don't do shit like that. You know what I mean? And I said that when we did the watch party for the I Know What You Did Last Summer, marathon. I did not like Ray's character in the first one all like that. I did not like the way that he was portrayed. He was a punk. Man starts choking up your girlfriend. Let her go, Barry. No. Won't you knock him the fuck out, Ray? How about that? Show some fucking balls. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so Bishop, to answer your question, I'd have to say that it was definitely Barry who was the bigger asshole. Tristan saying, it is possible, like, look at Emma Grossman and Hit Girl. They can kill and outsmart people, and they were little kids. But we're talking about Scream, man. Like, you're really thinking that little kids, as Ghostface, from 8 to 10 years old, would really be able to be a threat to some grown-ass adults and Sidney Prescott and talk with the voice modulator. Like, I'm sorry, I don't see it. No. Like, no. And Hit Girl, what is that? I'm assuming that is like a Hitman type of movie. And in my opinion, that's a little bit different than, that's just a little bit different. And I don't know who came up. I'm going to have to look into it and check it out and see how I feel about that, because I don't buy that. No, a kid like 8 to 10 years old. Nah, not for me. Not for me, man. Yeah. Val saying that him movie looks phenomenal. It does. It does. Nice. Breezy saying, I'm doing it. I Know What You Did Last Summer marathon, all of the movies and TV series. I watched all of the movies growing up, but been a while, never finished the show once it came out. But it only has 8 episodes, so I must be missing something. But yeah, When are you doing the marathon, Breezy? Let me know. Bishop says Tyga in the third season of Scream TV series was hilarious for where his character ended up. No spoilers. Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, you're right, Bishop. And I feel like that's why I'm starting to come around to Scream season 3 is because I'm kind of starting to see the fun in it a little bit. Before I did not see the fun in it. Now I'm starting to see the fun in it a little bit when I go back and I revisit it. Plus, they did do some good things. They brought back Roger L. Jackson as the voice, and they brought back the original costume. So it's not like Scream season 3 was totally out of its league or bad. I just wanted the Lakewood story to get finished, but that was me. You know, and plus we got to see Tony Todd with a hook on his hand and kind of, you know, a Candyman versus Ghostface type of showdown, which I absolutely loved in that show. And we have another super chat in the house. We have a $5 super chat coming in from Honda Guy 1998. Thank you so much, Honda Guy. Glad to see you here tonight. I hope you're having a great night, and thank you for your super chat. Saying, I enjoy your content and appreciate the hard work you put in. I am a new viewer to your channel. Your Maniac Cop live stream was the first I saw. Hey, man, I'm so happy that you are enjoying the content. I really appreciate that you see the hard work I put into these videos, into these streams and stuff like that. Really, really means a lot to me. And that's awesome that the first live stream that you were a part of was the Maniac Cop one, because that is one of my favorites. Like, I love that fucking movie. It is so underrated. I talk about it all the time. You know, so the fact that you got to come in during one of the live streams of one of my favorite movies, that's awesome. And again, I am so glad that you're enjoying the content and that you appreciate the work I put in, because I try my best to put in the best content that I can for you guys. Honestly, like, I know some may wonder, like, oh, why don't you do content like others in regards to with the camera on and stuff like that and doing videos like that? And I said it before and I'll say it again. It's because, I'll be honest, I have a hard time focusing on what I'm thinking about talking about and how I want to extrapolate my points when the camera is on me, when I'm doing regular videos. That's why I do it with the overlays and extrapolate it the way I do, because it's just easier that way for me to get my points across. You know, when I want to put the camera on and stuff, it's for live engagement like this, because I get to hang out for a couple hours. We have fun together, so on and so forth. And it's just easier for me to do live streams with the camera on than it is for me to do regular videos with the camera on, because I feel like in your regular videos that you do on YouTube, especially like for theories and stuff like that, you want to be as on point as you possibly can be. In live streams, it's more like, it's not like you're spitballing, you're on point, but it is more like, you know, it's more like free thinking in so many ways, in my opinion. So, again, thank you so much for your $5 super chat. Thank you for, you know, showing the love that you do to this channel, because you have been showing up a lot lately, and I'm glad you're enjoying the content. And thank you for giving me my props in regards to the hard work that I try as best to do to put in. It means a lot. It really does. It really does, Honda Guy. Thank you so much again. Man, and you guys are all awesome. We still got 26 people hanging out here at this late night hour. It's insane. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I am going to scroll up a little bit, because I know I'm a little bit behind now in the chat. Breezy saying Tenebrae and Deep Red, both Italian slashers, were some of the best songs in horror. Suspicious, another Italian horror, I believe. Oh, okay. I have heard of Suspicious before. I just never got around to watching it, but I have heard about that before. Deep Red, I think I have too. It sounds familiar. Stella saying to King Matthew, wouldn't Helen's father had run his own store? Why would he need Ray? No, I think that basically, I don't know what King Matthew had said before and stuff, but I mean, yeah, I don't know if King Matthew did say that maybe Ray's running Helen's store and stuff like that, but who's to say if Helen's father is even still owning that space anymore? You know, I don't know. Fuck around and he be the killer in this movie. I've mentioned that in live streams before too, because of all the Helen Shivers references. Bishop saying, I thought the blonde girl was the main character, to be honest. I'm assuming you're talking about Danica, Madeline Klein's character. I will put it to you this way, Bishop. I am going to drop a video in regards to her characters, kind of like a character breakdown. I do think we are going to get 2 final girls in this movie, and she's going to be one of them. She is going to be the Helen Shivers that makes it to the sequel, because that's what they wanted to do with Sarah Michelle Gellar in the original film. But because Sarah was so busy with Scream 2, Buffy, and all the projects that she had, she couldn't come back for a sequel. Oh, okay. I see what you were saying, King Matthew. Hey, you're good, man. King Matthew saying to Stella, that's my mistake, because for some reason when I recently rewatched the first one, I thought it was just Helen and Elsa's store, not her whole family store. That's crazy to know. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, hell, you would think that it was their store because they were there all the time. Whoa! What am I missing here? What? Stella, let me know what fucking movie this is, please. Please. Man, I am missing out on all the good shit that Freddie Prinze has been doing in regards to being a bad guy. Ugh. It's like money. It's like fucking The Pimp and fucking How High. Mike Epps' character. I just might as well slap my damn self right now. That's how I feel. Like, oh man, that's crazy, because I'm a fan of Freddie Prinze Jr. I'm a big fan. I grew up on him. And I've always wanted to see him play a devious type of character. And I've never gotten the chance to see it. And now I'm finding out that it has happened and my ass has been blind to it the whole time. I feel ashamed of myself. Those are sins that I need to atone for. And I need to atone for them very, very quickly. Bullshit. Damn, I didn't know that. That's crazy. Stella's saying Freddie was just in a movie where he's a cheater and he's hiding bodies. Damn. Breezy saying, I love the zombie concept about Ben Willis in 3, just wasn't executed properly off of memory. Okay. I mean, hey, again, everybody's entitled to their own opinion on what they want to see and what they like. I personally don't feel like making it an urban legend. Like, I get what they try to do, because in a way, the first film starts off by telling an urban legend. Excuse me. I just don't like that aspect of it, because me personally, I Know What You Did Last Summer in The Fisherman Slicker, it has this opportunity to be like Scream, where anybody could be the killer. And that's the type of direction I want to see the franchise move forward with. You know, I want to kind of see them kind of take a Scream approach to where we start getting new fisherman killers and new stories as the franchise progresses, if it progresses. Paula saying she was never that close with Ray, and anyone in her family would know the story. Yeah, it didn't seem like Helen and Ray were really close. But hey, this is another thing. Who's to say that Ray and Helen weren't in contact with each other after the events took place, after the accident? Julie broke up with Ray. Barry and Helen broke up. Could be some vulnerable moments there. Never know. I mean, let's really think about it. When Ray came up and started talking to the group, when they seen him on the docks, Helen was pretty fast to get away from him. I've always felt that was kind of odd. Maybe there's something there. Hey, a year can change shit. And think about this. Danica's character in this film, she's with Teddy at the beginning of the movie. But then after the accident happens, she's with a whole new dude. So it's not impossible to think that maybe Helen Shivers could have done the same thing. We just didn't see it. Just saying. Breezy saying, I wonder will Ben Willis himself return in this one? I hope, or at least it's in the making if this film does good at the box office. I would love to see Muse Watson back, Breezy. I really would. I don't care if it's a dream sequence, a flashback, whatever. I would love to see Muse Watson back as the fisherman in this movie, or maybe in the second one, the sequel. You know, he's awesome. I felt like Ben Willis, you know, Muse Watson as Ben Willis was an awesome killer. I really did. He was serious. He was believable. He was imposing. You know, the only knack I have with him is that he didn't fucking kill Ray. That's it. And it's not that I want to see Ray die. I just feel like when you have an opportunity to fucking kill somebody, you take it. Like, if you're supposed to be a killer, you know what I mean? And stuff. But then again, this is movies, and I get we got to tell the story, and we got to keep some characters, and yada, 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 and stuff like that. But overall, Ben Willis was a great fucking killer. I loved it. I loved him as a killer. Kids like you should be out partying, drinking, partying, getting away with murder, things like that. That's right. I see you've been doing your homework too. Now, one thing I do want to know is, are we going to get a flickering sound from a necklace like we did with Ben in the original? Because that's another reason why I loved his fucking character, is that before every like chase scene or before every attack scene, you heard that bing from the necklace, from the charm. I wonder if we're going to get that in this movie. I know in my trailer breakdown video for the first trailer of I Know What You Did Last Summer, at the beginning when Danica's new fiance Wyatt is putting like shit away, and the camera is like watching him from, you know, point of view from, I'm assuming, the killer from outside, you do briefly hear some type of bing type of noise. And I talked about it in that video. If you guys didn't catch that, go check that video out. It's the first trailer video, reaction video I did for I Know What You Did Last Summer. The first trailer, not the second one, the first trailer. It should be in my I Know What You Did Last Summer playlist. But yeah, Breezy, hey, fingers crossed. I'm hoping he is in some shape, way, or form. Tristan saying, would you want Camila Mendes to play a relative of Ava in the sequel because she and Chase Suey Wonders look alike? I'm not against it. I know that Camila was supposed to play Ava Brooks. I'm assuming she was supposed to play Ava Brooks in this movie. That's what I'm assuming. You know, but she was supposed to be in this movie, and then she couldn't do it, so then they went and got Chase Suey Wonders. So I'm not against that idea if Camila is available. If she's available, it could definitely happen. Bishop Hayes saying, I'm hoping for 8 to 10 kills. See, you're like me, Bishop. You want to see a lot of action. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I want to see a lot of kills too. And I want to see some creative kills. One thing I think we definitely have going for us in regards to what we should be happy and looking forward to is we know these new killers are going to be using different weapons. The spear gun, a knife is going to be used, so on and so forth. So it's not just going to be them killing with a hook. they are going to be killing with different objects, which I think is awesome. I love that. Add some variety. Bring some variety to the party. King Matthew III saying, I did see another trailer for the film. It shows a similar scene to Barry's chase scene in the original, but in the trailer, it shows a guy out of the new group looking like Barry. Maybe it is a relative. Huh. I don't know. Are you talking about the scene where the guy gets like pulled from behind, like drugged by his feet on a deck, and you can see the handprints like slide? Let me know, King Matthew. Yes, that is right, Val. I mean, I know I'm a few minutes behind and stuff, but Val saying 27 amazing people still in the chat. Thank you all for hanging out and talking theories. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. This has been such a fun night. This has been such an amazing time. You guys are all awesome. I am going to check on Destin, and Destin was supposed to come hang out, but I'm assuming some, things, I don't know if something happened. I mean, I know he had to go take care of something, but I hope he's all right. You know, that's like my brother, so I'm a little bit worried about him right now. I'm going to check my email or check my Instagram and see if he said anything. Right, Stella? Stella saying, I would have beaten Barry like he owed me money if he would have grabbed me by my throat and threatened me. Yeah, right? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Exactly. Yep, Val, he was agreeing. LOL. Right, Stella? He would have been the next one going into the water off the cliff. Yeah, right? Fucking right. Hell yeah. Like, I'm sorry. Like, nah. I'm sorry. I could have not been Ray. If I was Ray, I would have been sitting in jail for a long time. Like, Julie, baby, I'm gonna need some commissary. Like, listen, like shit, I need some Chi-Chi's up in this bad boy. Like, damn. King Matthew saying, I know you were saying to Stella. To be fair, I still know what you did last summer proved Ray couldn't fight well due to him getting beat up by Will Benson of all people. So Barry would have kicked Ray's ass. Not necessarily. Fucking Ray was giving him the business at first. Ray was winning that exchange up until he wasn't. Like, Ray was fighting better in that movie than he did in the first movie. And you got to remember too, he also did lay hands on Ben in the first movie. You know what I mean? And stuff. So, like, to me, I feel like Ray became more of a man and became less of a punk towards the end of I Know What You Did Last Summer. And I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. He wasn't a punk no more because my boy was putting paws on Will. He was. And that's the type of Ray I wanted to see in the beginning of the movie with Barry. Even if Barry would have kicked Ray's ass, it's the fact that he's still standing up for his girl and defending her honor. You know what I mean? That's what matters. You know, I know some females would look at their boyfriend getting their ass whooped as, kind of like, oh, I don't want to be with you no more because you got beat up and this and this and that. But then there's some women that appreciate the fact that, listen, you can't win them all. But it's the fact that you stood up for me and defended my honor, which is why I'm with you and why I'm going to stay with you. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So, but nah, Ray was putting paws on that boy, Will. And Will's my boy. Fresh Fella saying, dude, I love how you engage with people on here. Definitely had to subscribe. I'm going to watch the first 2 tonight. Thanks for having me. Appreciate you, bud. Yeah, absolutely, man. You know what I mean? I'll try my best to, man. That's what this community is about. I want to engage with you guys. I want to have fun. Like, I want our passions to be elevated. You know what I mean? I want us to be hyped. I want us to, just have a great, fun time. That's what it's about at the end of the day. It's having fun with each other. You know what I mean? And discussing theories, even if we all don't agree or have the same ideas, it's all about having fun and letting our passions intertwine. You know what I mean? Like, I love it. Like, I love engaging with you guys. You know, I really do. It's genuine when I say that. I have so much fun. Like, you guys are my escape from personal shit, any type of personal shit that I have going on in my life outside of YouTubing. So that's why I feel like it's necessary for me to engage with you guys the way I do. Thank you for that acknowledgement, Fresh Fella, and thank you for subscribing and becoming a new subscriber and follower here in this community. I appreciate it, man. Oh, okay, that's right. How the fuck could I forget about that? Yeah, Val said Hit Girl is from the movie Kick-Ass. Okay, so thank you for that, Val. So there's a difference between having a kid play in a superhero type action movie than having a kid play as a horror villain, as a slasher, like 8 to 10 years old. Like, I just, you know, I don't think that's believable, but that's me. You know what I mean? It is way more believable in that regard, in regards to, you know, the movie Kick-Ass, because they're supposed to be superheroes, right? So it's believable in that sense. It's not believable in the sense of slashers like horror, like Scream and stuff like that. Thank you for reminding me about that, Val. Oh my God, I have not seen Kick-Ass in so long. Good Lord. All right, so I know I'm a little bit behind, so I am going to catch up a little bit here. We are winding down to the last like 9 minutes here of the stream, but guys, this has been so much fucking fun. Like, honestly, like, you guys are awesome, man. We had such a great time tonight. Like, oh man, this was such a great time. And that's what I love about it, because I felt like I'm getting more to what you guys are thinking more than what I'm thinking, because I've already put out plenty of videos telling you guys what I'm thinking. I've already told you guys many times in the, you know, here on live streams what I'm feeling. These last couple of theories, predictions, live streams, and I think I'm going to tailor my theories and prediction live streams for Scream and other stuff that we talk about more in this type of fashion, more about what you guys think. What are your predictions and theories? Because you guys already know a lot of mine, because I post about it. I post videos and stuff. You know, so I think this is going to be the format going forward, you know, and stuff. Yeah, sure, I will share some of my thoughts and play off of some of your ideas and stuff. But these type of streams are going to be more about what you guys think. And I think that that is the best route to take in regards to these theories / predictions and stuff like that. I'm sure. Oh man, I must have missed Matthew. I'm about to leave the stream for tonight because it's like 3 a.m. where I am, but it was fun hanging out in the stream. Have a good night, Marcus. Hey, thank you, Matthew, for being here, man. You're awesome. Thank you for all the support you show to the channel, and get some rest, my friend. I will catch you in the next one. Yeah, I am super behind, so I'm going to catch up with you guys. Breezy saying the sequel should have been called I'll Never Forget, then the trilogy, You Can't Hide What You Did, or You Can't Escape What You Did Last Summer. Ooh. Ooh. I like that last one. Ooh, I really like that last one. You Can't Escape What You Did Last Summer. Ooh. That's gnarly. I like that last one. So, Breezy, hopefully, if this new reboot does well, which I think it will, hopefully the sequel to it will be called I'll Never Forget What You Did Last Summer. And then if they do a third, we can get the You Can't Escape What You Did Last Summer. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, that's cold. That's so cold. I like it, man. I like it. I like it. I like it. Great ideas. Bishop Hayes saying Veronica Vaughn. Oh, Miss Veronica Vaughn, so hot. What to touch tiny? Ooh. Okay, guys, so I'm not going to lie, the last couple minutes, I am going to turn off the camera because my phone is dying and I got to put it on a charger. But we might be able to finagle. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, yeah, I can finagle. I'll just do it like this. There we go. I got these big ass catcher mitts for hands anyway, so we're good. My hands is literally just like a stand for a phone. That's how fucking big they are. It's ridiculous. Oh, yeah, Bishop, you know it. Yeah. Bishop says Brandy was probably paid bank for a cameo. Yeah, absolutely. I think so. Yeah, for sure. Especially since she's been on this renaissance over the last couple of years in regards to like doing music again and stuff like that. And she did just do a new movie. Yeah, for sure. Stella saying the movie is called The Girl in the Pool. It wasn't great, but it's different. Oh, I must have missed something from earlier. The Girl in the Pool. That's interesting. All right, so yeah, this chat just basically jumped up on me. So we're just gonna pick up for where I'm at. Yo, what's up, Kyle? From Flex Movies and Pop Culture 13, saying, hey, Marcus and everyone. Hey, man, I'm glad you were able to make it. You are actually coming into the end of the stream. We are winding down. We got about 5 minutes left and stuff. But I'm glad you were able to stop in and make it, man. I hope you're having a great night. Okay, I am going to go up a little bit. Oh, man. Just Craig. Well, thank you for becoming a subscriber here, and thank you for joining the community. Just Craig saying, I know what you did last summer, 2025 was dog shit. Well, hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion, man. You know, unfortunately, I guess for you, it wasn't something that you enjoyed. You know, I'm still going to give it a chance, and hopefully I feel differently. You know, so but thank you, Just Craig, for not spoiling anything. That is a big deal because I don't want anything spoiled for me or anybody else here in the community. So thank you for that. Yeah, Tristan Camillo. Yep, she was supposed to play Ava. Yeah, so maybe she could come in a sequel and play her sister or something like that. Breezy saying hopefully he's good. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check on him after the stream. Dom saying I'm back. All right. Well, we are about to wind down here in a couple minutes, so this was definitely a fun time tonight, though, guys. Here's to many more fun nights like this. Gory saying Dominic. Yep. Breezy saying Ben Willis as a zombie in one movie could work. If only I'll always know was a good movie with the makeup. Don Shakes actually looks like Willis as a zombie. No, the makeup on the zombie Willis was good. Me personally, I don't want this to become that type of parody. I don't want it to delve into the urban legend type side of things. I want it to stay slasher, you know, and stuff like that. I want it to stay slasher. I want it to kind of stay to where anybody can don the fisherman slicker, you know. But hey, maybe down the road, if they do want to try something different and something unique, they can bring that concept back, but do it a little bit better. It's possible. I would, Paula, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little bit tired, and I do have some other things that I got to do. I have that Danica video to post, so yeah, unfortunately, I won't be going till 2 a.m. Oh, Stella saying the message "You can't escape the past" written in blood in Danica's house is on the foreign trailers. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be checking this, Stella. See, you don't put me onto some shit, girl. Thank you for letting me know about this stuff. Dom saying, even though you didn't hit your goal, Marcus. Yeah, I did. I did, Dom. No, we hit the goal, buddy. I don't know if it's not showing on YouTube, but we hit the goal. Yeah, we hit the goal, brother. We definitely hit the goal. But hey, you make a great point, because the last time I did a live stream, we didn't hit the goal that stream, and I still stayed on an extra hour than what I was going to. So sometimes I do that shit. Honestly, sometimes I will sit there and still just go a little bit longer if we don't hit the goal. You know what I mean? Every once in a while, I'll do that. You know, especially if everything's vibing and everybody's having a great time, you know, for sure. Thomas Clark in the chat. I'm assuming you are a new subscriber, because I don't believe I've seen you here before, but welcome to the community and thank you for subscribing. Thomas saying, from someone who saw this today and won't spoil anything, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. It's good, but not great. Second best in the series, but barely over the second. Hey, that's still positive. That's still very positive in my opinion. That to me could ensure we get the sequel. I mean, it's already greenlit, but you guys seen what happened with Strangers Chapter 2. That was supposed to come out last year, but because the first one was so negatively received, they pushed it all the way back to this year. So that's a good sign, Thomas. That is a good sign. And I'm glad you liked it for the most part. Bishop saying no male survivors, I am assuming. You make a good point. That's possible. There might not be no male survivors at the end of this shit. Man, you make a great point. You make a really, really good point. Thank you for that, Kyle, man. Saying Marcus is awesome and everyone here is awesome too. Yeah, thank you for that, Kyle. I greatly appreciate it, man. You're awesome as well. Every single one of you guys are, especially for hanging out with me at this late night hour. We hit the fucking goal, but even before the goal was hit, like, I went pretty late. You know what I mean? And you guys still showed up and showed out, and that's what counts. And we had a fantastic time here tonight. Stella G saying, we appreciate you going so late tonight. It's been fun hanging with everybody tonight. Yes, absolutely, Stella. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This has definitely been a blast. Definitely. I'll be honest, if I didn't have other things to do, I would stay on longer. I want to, but I have to force myself to get off here because I do have to get other stuff done. Val saying, always a blast hanging out with y'all. Absolutely, Val. You already know what time it is. Yeah, Tristan, I see your message. I will get to it when I can. I will get to it when I can. I am a very busy person, so please bear with me. Thomas saying, the only thing I will say is watch the credits at the end. Oh, Thomas, I intend to, because I got a feeling it's going to be very, very spicy. And I hope it is. I'm hoping it's spicier than fucking Dave's Hot Chicken out this motherfucker. And Dave's Hot Chicken is pretty fucking spicy. I know. I love Dave's Hot Chicken. Val saying, I'm going to start rewatching Stranger Things tonight after the stream. New trailer looked amazing. I'm telling you, you guys are going to have to probably like strap me down to a fucking gurney or something to make me watch that. That's something I do have to, catch up with, is Stranger Things. I have never watched it before. And all I keep hearing are great things, great things, great things. So I need to catch up. All right. So with that being said, everybody, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me at this late night hour. I appreciate everybody who sent in the super chat. We hit our goal. This was definitely a fun stream. We got to talk a lot about y'all theories, predictions, and stuff. I got to share some of my theories and predictions. This was just an overall great stream, and I'm so glad that you guys here really enjoyed this. And I can't wait for all of us to see this new I Know What You Did Last Summer movie so that we can come back here next week and talk some spoilers here together. But guys, I'm going to get out of here for tonight. You guys get some rest. I will catch you guys all later. Thank you again, guys.